right, welcome back to Cyberpunk. Sorry it took a little bit. I hope you like the music. This is the penultimate episode of Series 2, which for it's a second to almost it's almost the last one. Okay, so we've discussed a lot of stuff off stream regarding the setup, but I want to make sure that you folks understand that there is going to be a planning stage to this game. So I'm not just going to throw you into a situation where you have no choices. There are choices. But before we get to those, a couple of folks in here haven't played ever, and a couple of folks in here haven't played with one another. And this is a pretty good time for us to go ahead and just go through folks' short introduction, describe what your character looks like, and we'll go ahead and move through that. We'll start with Chandler. Go ahead with short on you and long on Hatter if you like.
Short on me. I just like playing Cyberpunk mostly with this group. It's a super fun game, and I got a background in a lot of military stuff and things of that nature, so sometimes that comes out in the game. For Hatter, he is a maelstrommer. He's a fixer, tries to get the job done. A big part of his thing is that his main work prior to doing these jobs were that he moved parts. He moved cyber parts, human parts, whatever needed to be moved for the maelstromers. And working under him, he has the guarantee that your body will not go to waste. And that's about all you need to know. And
perfection. Okay, so now Hatter, you have not technically worked with Rocco in a game, if memory serves. However, I want to make sure that you two are aware that you are aware of one another due to your locale. So, okay. Hatter, you know of a fixer named Olmo, and he has a diner. He's not like a heavy fixer. He's not like a big deal. He just kind of does like jobs for his friends, and he has a diner that he runs. And then there's a tech who kind of rolls around in Watson in a behemoth, which is, again, a very hard thing to lose track of. But we're going to have that character described here. Josh, short on yourself, long on your character.
Sure, Rocco's a tech. He's trying to make it out here in Night City. He has a thick Russian accent and has been involved in odd jobs here and there, but mainly works on projects for folks. He was originally trying to fund his behemoth to get it ship shape, and now that it is, he's mobile and moving around town as much as he can, but mainly he likes to stay in Watson. Someday he'd like to make the Rocco name one that's well known in Night City. That's his aspiration. But for now, he's happy to have the humble reputation that he has.
Jonah, you're next. Now, Jonah, Crown, your character is obviously no stranger to Hatter. I believe you and Vix have rolled together. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah. You've rolled with a lot of mocks. I know you.
Game.
If you haven't rolled with Vix, then you're probably in their conversation pieces.
We were in the weird game.
We did that right. Game with
the weird game. You two were actually doing shit. I recall. Jonah, short on yourself and more on your character.
Hi, I'm Jonah. I'm a dude. I do things D&D, Cyberpunk, whatever related. I'd also play games and drunk. I'm playing Kai Crown. He's a solo. He don't have metal. A lot of it. He's mostly flesh over metal. It's a very Black Hat mentality. That's it. He's cool.
Yep. 100% accurate.
The accent, so no one is surprised.
Yeah. Rocco, if you've never worked with Crown, the first thing you would notice is that he has an actual cellular phone attached to like an earbud, which is wild. It's like, whoa. You can just put those in your brain, right?
True.
Caitlin, Vix, go.
Caitlin or Magpie, obnoxious, chronically late. I play Vix. She is a mock, has cyber legs, and a monowire, and a really fucking rad bike that I'm pretty sure she doesn't get to use this game, and she's kind of annoyed that she has to drive an ugly van.
Awesome.
But She'll do it
But she'll do it for money.
for money.
Okay. 2 new players. One not new to me. One not new to some other people in this group. But we're going to go ahead and have you two just describe a bit about yourself, however much you're willing to share. You can go as short as them, or if you like to share more, that's fine. I want to make sure that you two are aware we do play Lines and Veils. If there's anything that, since it's a large community in this West Marches style game, I try to just kind of like monitor, what people's heebie-jeebies are, specifically for like Magpie. She doesn't like broken limbs, kind of stuff like that. But if you have anything that is kind of like not good, and it comes up, you can just basically just stop the game right there. Or if you want to kind of mention those in this upbeat, that's fine too. Adam, you go ahead and go first, and then tell us about your character as well. You're muted if you're talking.
Sorry, push
It's okay.
to talk. Hi, my name is Adam. I'm 37 years old, dad, writer, gamer, poet. I like playing D&D and Cyberpunk. Well, I'm finding out if I like to play Cyberpunk. John.
You're gonna.
Oh, no pressure.
Not on me.
So Mars is 6'4" and super strong. Maybe not the super strong part. He's got a right cyber arm with things like time to kill and Bert exclamation point on it, plus graffiti on it. He's fair skinned, raven black hair. He's got these eyes, these prosthetic eyes that kind of look like almost as bright as road flares. He's typically dressed in nomad leathers with some other anti-corporate stuff on, his clothes underneath. He's worked with gangs in the past, like I believe the Valentinos was a gang that he served as a bit of muscle for. Very anti-corp, very anti-police.
Yep. And solo for sure. And
Solo for sure, absolutely.
That's a quick note that I want to kind of bring up before we get into the last person. So Hatter on the decks, because Solo has worked in a number of different circles, has probably done jobs for Old Mo, as mentioned, probably done jobs for other fixers in kind of the industrial area and kind of downtown. I presume that the locale for him primarily, Mars, is kind of the Glen and Vista Del Rey, so kind of nearby where we're going to be doing this job. So pretty good fix, pretty good connect. Last but not least, I mentioned that I knew this individual. I have, in some regards, been playing games with this crazy son of a bitch for a while. Steve, go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself, and then go ahead and tell us about your character.
Yeah, so like John said, I'm Steven. I've known John,
Decades.
30 years now or something.
Yeah.
I've played D&D every one of those 30 years and then some. This is my first time playing Cyberpunk, and I'm excited to try it out. As far as my character, I haven't had a whole lot of repertoire with him yet, so I can't really pinpoint everything, but I'm a net runner. Breeze is a net runner. He was apparently from a wealthy family that he wasn't with that shit. He didn't like the corporate kind of shit. So he ixnayed on that and tried to lead a solo life of net running.
And again, on the decks, mainly because he's done Netrunner odd jobs, it's probably the case that the connect probably came from shards. So this party will have an NPC rolling with them, kind of a VIP situation. Her name is, as I mentioned, Shards. I unfortunately did not get the handout for her. She looks rad. She is obviously a Maelstrom ganger, like more so than Hatter's connections to Maelstrom kind of tangentially. She's got the full multi-optic suite. She's got chrome from head to the toe. And as far as you can tell, she's very professional. It's almost kind of like robotic, her sensibilities. She just feels very, got a picture of her up. She almost feels like she is this very strange combination of kind of the seriousness of like corporations, but like the deadliness and just kind of like intimidating presence of the Maelstrom gang. Okay, so the location that you'll be going to, kind of in the latter portion of the day, evening time, it's winter, so night kind of comes a bit earlier than normal, is a mega building. For those who are not familiar with Cyberpunk lore, mega buildings are basically a city inside of a city block. And they build it up, they build it down a little bit, and a bunch of people live there. Anywhere between, not so much a city, but a town. Anywhere between like 4,000 to like, upwards of 100,000, I think, in the larger ones. They are very much a dense population inside of a narrow space. The mega building we are dealing with, mega building H5, we would know certain things about. It is a 55-story complex. It is located in Vista del Rey, right near the waterfront of the canal that divides Vista del Rey and Arroyo. It was recently temporarily closed by NCPD due to a outbreak of gang activity and traumatizing of local populace. So NCPD presence in H5 is a bit denser than, or more dense rather, than most mega buildings. Some mega buildings are actually their own, they have like their own ruling body, and the gangs actually serve as the police element. But in this instance, we have very much just NCPD doing their thing. On the base of the location, there are a couple of points of entrance that you'll note. There's the main door, up a series of steps, and it goes into kind of a open area that leads into kind of like a complex that leads to a staircase. And then beyond that, it's going to require some searching. So I'd like to ask first, so Hatter can set up the scene, would you have the team meet at the location of the job, or would you like to set up a meeting somewhere close, walkable, that you can kind of meet, discuss, and then move?
For how lately jobs have been going, I would want to be just a little bit away, parked, have everyone meet up, talk about it a tiny bit, and make sure everyone gets paid, and then move forward.
Got it. So we'll go ahead and assume that everyone has arrived and no like negotiations have happened between you and any of the edge runners.
Yeah.
With that being said, feel free to take the floor.
Yeah. So glad everyone can show up. Glad everyone can get going. I'd look over at Crown and say rocket launchers are in the van. They've become part of our necessary kit. With that, we got a pretty, hopefully, straightforward deal tonight. We're getting 3 pieces. I'm so glad there's a train right now. I'm gonna. Okay. 3 pieces of gear. Real simple. Don't need to know about it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Hey, John, you can say it.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else. It's in real life. That's too funny.
It's like every other word is like, huh?
We can't really hear it, so yeah, only when the noise gate opens up a little bit. So yeah, just hit it.
Okay. We're going for 3 pieces of gear. None of y'all really need to know what the gear are other than the tech. If you got questions, I got answers. We got a Neuroport, Cyber Skull, and a Bio Monitor. That's all we're going for. They all should be in one case, one spot. We just got to make sure they're there, get in, get out, and we all get paid. I want no casualties. That's my favorite point. If there are casualties, I'll make sure you're useful. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yep.
How's security looking in there?
That would be up to our netrunner friend to figure out once we get close enough and get everything going.
Shards will say, I will be dealing with the electronic security on the floors and also the ability to allow you to migrate freely from floor to floor. However, I will not be able to attend to you for Netrunner activities for personal net architectures. I believe that is why Breeze was brought into this situation. I need to be deposited inside of the 5th sub-basement floor, where I will hopefully have some assistance in clearing the space of its normal employment, and then I will take over their systems by diving into them.
Yeah, I could do that.
Awesome. Any other questions, Tech? You got any questions about what we're grabbing, what you need to check? Anyone else?
There isn't any information we have about the inside of the suite. As in, will there be other tech involved in terms of, well, will it be a needle in a haystack to find it, or should it be the only thing? Do you know?
We should be. I was told what the crate looked like. I would share it with him and send it to Crown so he could look at it on his phone. It should be in this crate. Should be, again, straightforward. I was told we pick up that crate, make sure it's in there, and we leave. It's should be open and shut. It's not going to be, but it should be.
And who is this equipment for?
That's not yours. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll pay you up front and make sure if we get the job done, you get paid even more.
I always ask if I always give allowance if you do not tell, but I always ask just to know.
Oh, yeah, completely fine. I'm not afraid to tell you guys no. So, and that's when I would
get your
wire.
shit, get out, and get paid.
Exactly. That's when I would wire the money. And I would do, of the initial 10K, I would make sure everyone got, the other 5 got 2 each. 2K total each, and call it from there.
So you just got
and say that's what?
Yeah, they just got 2,000 for just showing up at the diner.
Yep. They're gonna go. They're coming with me. They can choose not to, and then they can have Maelstrom after them. That's fine. I'll use them for something. They're worth more than $2,000.
Marsh kind of like wordlessly bobs his head and thinks.
Be right back.
Again, to Hatter, $2,000 for you to come along with the job, or I can get the $2,000 from you eventually in parts, pieces, or however you want it to be done. Or you can just go on the job you signed for.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions regarding the payment? Does anybody have any questions? Again, the question regarding what would be on site in the apartment was one that Hatter couldn't answer. Shards, after a fashion, would chime in and say, once we have security detail in connection to their security net architecture, as long as I am able to breach their data fortress, which I assume I shall be, I will be able to get an idea of what is available in that space regarding numbers of combatants and also potential acquisitions of other material.
Is this going to be a situation where we will be able to communicate with you the whole time, or do you anticipate times where we will not be able to speak to you, but you will be able to hear us?
You immediately see an icon appear. You have a neuroport, right? Yeah, you see an icon appear inside of your heads-up display, and it's kind of shines for a second, and a text message appears across it. We've been in communication this whole time. And then she'll say, and without moving her mouth, she says, "Hi, how are you doing, Rocco?"
I just mean potential cutoffs, things happen.
It's some really nice self-ice you've got in there. I assume the reason you got it was probably it's just a lot of ice. She said that in admiration. Any other questions?
I'm game to start moving.
I think I'm game to start moving too.
Oh. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, Magpie. Got it. Okay. Thumbs up. Next then is the location. So you can check out the area. As I mentioned, the foyer it's a step up, kind of leads into a space. If you would like to enter into that space and kind of survey it, you can do that. It's where the elevator to go up will be. There is also the exterior, which you can kind of, peruse around if you'd like to see if there are any other means of kind of getting into the basement. Beyond that, it's really kind of up to you.
Before we go in, Crown is gonna pull Hatter and Shards to the side really quick.
Mhm.
It's like, last time I didn't get paid for doing my job, but I'm here to tell you, I go in first, you stay back, I clear out the way, and then you go in. All right?
I would very quickly ask who didn't pay you and how much.
The last lady that we worked with.
How much?
How much was it, John?
1,000.
Only
I'd
1,000?
wire him 1,000. Say I'll make sure it's talked about.
Fuck yes, I love money.
Hatter loves throwing it around.
I make too much. I know that's what fixers are for, but also I need them strong enough that I don't die.
Yes. I only make money if they are alive.
And I've seen from other fixers going south, it's they didn't pay enough and no one saved them.
So I'll go ahead and ask the crew. I'm going to start with Steven. Do you want to kind of move into the kind of entrance space of the mega building and survey it, check the elevator? Because again, we know that we need to go down. There's also the option to kind of circumnavigate the space, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Which one would Breeze kind of be focusing on or thinking about?
Which one of those routes seems like the most stealthy?
So, outside to the west, you know that there is a large market. It is a Valentino market called Mercado Sonora. There could be access points because the market is kind of built adjacent to the ground level. There would be a lot of people, but you could definitely, if you're good at kind of vanishing in a crowd, kind of pull it off, get some eyes on potential points of egress. The other direction kind of leads near a highway, and there might be more kind of exhaust structures there. So it just depends on if there are any that can be kind of maneuvered or manipulated with stealth. And if you walk in like you own the place, again, less likely most people are going to care about you, as long as you're not suspicious or a massive group of people. Once you get to the elevator, though, you would know that it's not going to be a hacker's job to kind of breach that terminal. That's more of a tech's deal. They have to kind of, if you're good at electronic security, you might have it, but it's under technique, by the way, for skills to see if you have a good level at it. But if you can get in there and get the elevator going the way you want it to, you can kind of situate it so that your crew can maneuver down in pairs or in singles.
So I'm all for just going in the front door then.
Okay. And then Adam, what would Mars's take be on it?
Mars would more than likely go through the front door. I mean, he's going to walk in like he owns the place, and he's going to not necessarily cause trouble immediately, but be ready to.
So I immediately asked the new people first to see if the quote-unquote veterans are psychopaths like them, which again, I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm just saying, it is definitely the more rigid option.
The answer is yes, John.
The answer is yes. Vix is on board. Okay, and then Crown.
Crown.
I would go where Crown goes.
Look, yeah, actually, he's made of metal. Well, no, he's got metal on him. Go ahead, Jonah.
We work together, so.
Hold on.
Then I'll switch over to... Okay, go ahead.
He's gonna, as hard as it is to blend in for him, he's going to just try to be as nonchalant as possible and make sure all the corners are secure. And, there are no eyes on him.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a stealth roll. And are you moving into the foyer to check it out a little bit more thoroughly?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me that stealth roll. And then, again, you're not making the stealth roll to be this. You're not you know, you're definitely just trying to kind of play it off like you're not a weirdo. And yeah, you're fine. You look like a regular cyberpunk.
Wait, we got 10K on top of 2K at the beginning of this?
1K.
No. Like when we showed up, he said something about 2K.
No.
We're supposed to get 10K off the bat?
No.
I get 10K, I distribute 10K, and then
Oh,
from there I make more money on the back end.
I see.
Gotcha. Okay, I got confused.
Math is math now.
Confusion.
For folks who are cyberpunk literate, you would understand that even if your character did know that, you would think that Hatter is making a lot more. Fixers typically get
Gotcha.
20 to their crew and keep 80. That's standard practice. He's going halfsies.
I'm there.
I'm being very nice because
Very
again,
generous.
I like you guys and I like you guys to live. And again, as I've said, if you die, other than the Valentinos, they're the only ones who don't get this treatment because of Gonzo. I take your body.
That's fair.
So I'll pay you as I wish because
No.
if something goes wrong,
So you know you're going to be dealing with Valentinos in here. And so it's like, no. Shoot them and then pray over them respectfully, and that is that. We walk away. If it comes to blows, we are just going to be as respectful as fuck. We'll explain to Gonzo that they're dickheads, and I had to
I
do
watched
it.
that man blow someone's head off of with a moving vehicle. So, Hatter is frail.
Hatter will die. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that 21, you're able to kind of get into the space, and the foyer, it is kind of a wreck, right? It looks like it's definitely seen a lot of heavy traffic. It's got a couple of shops that are present there. There's like a small little like newsstand, some other stuff in and around. The space is pretty much empty at this kind of weird hour, and what you would notice primarily is it does look like the shops that you do see, the people who are working them have gang tattoos. Now, Crown, I'd like for you to go ahead and make me a local expert roll for Night City. That's in education, by the way. And sure. I want you to take into account that the DV is going to be lower than it normally would. Yep, you got it. Primarily because of your encounters with Gonzo. So you would notice that they are very much clearly Valentino tatted. They are individuals who appear to be part of the Familia. So, understanding... Go ahead.
I also have reputation for Valentinos.
Again, if you want to try and play the social game, you can take that gambit. I will totally enjoy that. But if you want to just kind of lay low like you rolled a 21 for, you can also do that.
I'll till it actually like needs to come up.
Sure.
Like he's not going to go out there and be like, hey.
But you would also notice that the far side, kind of opposite of where we're kind of looking here, you would notice that there is an elevator. Typical mega building elevator with too many screens on it and on the inside, and you can kind of see clearly into it when it opens up and shuts down. Again, some people kind of going up. It looks like they're kind of clocking out for work.
Okay. Now, someone was going clockwise to check it out, right?
Nobody has gone outside yet. I was going to talk to Josh here and see if he wanted to kind of scout around outside.
Oh, outside. Okay, yeah, I'll stay inside then.
And it seems like Mars, Breeze, and Vix are kind of like right there, like at the steps. They probably, just mill about, not standing close to one another. I'd like for each one of you to go ahead and make me a stealth roll as well. Stealth is under body.
So my character sheet is messed up. Like
what?
I can't access it.
But for why, though?
Not sure why.
Oh, John.
I keep clicking on
Mars.
things.
Alright. Well, I can... Did it just roll a stealth?
Yes.
Yeah, you got 19.
Okay, you got a 19. It's got you as controller. What browser do you use?
Edge.
I already recognize the problem. Roll20 for whatever reason is not well aligned with that browser, but you can see it, right? You can still see your sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, I can just hit buttons.
No, I can't see my sheet. I can see Roll20 and everything, but I can't see my sheet.
Oh. Did it just pop up?
There.
Or no?
Like the stealth did, the roll I'm saying, but the sheet, no.
Did the sheet pop up for you?
No.
Huh. How about now?
Popped up for me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it popped up for me too.
And so over on the right,
Just-
when you click the journal and go to your sheet, you can't get it open?
Right.
That's so weird.
His browser isn't an Edge runner, or it is an Edge runner instead of a Chrome.
Yeah. Both cyberpunk terms. That's super weird. Steve, are you? And it didn't pop up for you when I just auto. Okay, hit refresh for me.
Can you turn it off and turn it back on?
I'm IT. Yes.
Have you tried unplugging it and like plugging it back in a minute later?
Don't do anything they're saying. Just hit refresh. They think they're comedians.
I am delightful
hilarious.
and hilarious.
I
Jokes
won't
aside, where do I even see like the dice rolls that I just made?
Sure, they'll be in the chat
In the
bubble
chat.
on the right. If you click on the little conversation speech bubbles on the right side tab or column, you'll see them.
Okay, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So the majority of you three rolled stealth. I would say that Mars is obviously just kind of like, vibing, and is definitely kind of a bit of a thing that gathers attention. Whereas Vix and Breeze, you two are able to kind of like isolate it away. So on that refresh, Steve, did it pop up now or no?
I'm trying to work on it here. I told you this laptop's terrible, bud.
Yeah, I tried to force it to you. It's surprising that it didn't show up. It's weird. Well, okay, for now, I'm going to move it forward. So with that, Rocco, did you want to circle around either way or no? Do you want to head towards the market or towards the kind of more industrial side, where all the highway access is?
So let's do which one. So do I know which might be better, or is it just kind of an either or thing?
So the market has a lot of people in it, but it is like literally connected to the sidewall. And then the kind of back behind the space. There's obviously like right near the space. We'll go ahead and just do that one, which you'd be able to see even if you don't choose that. There's a garage entry. The garage 2 mega building H5 is subterranean, which means that it goes into the ground. And as you can see, it is locked out, and it looks like the access is probably done through our RFID or holoping.
Okay. I like that one more. And we're working on getting ourselves down to get her in, right?
Yes.
So that might be a way in. She's with us, right?
Yeah, she would be with you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that one.
She's wearing a kind of bright blue and green hoodie, and it looks like she's also wearing like really kind of skin tight like plastic pants. Which again, with her chrome on her legs, it kind of looks a bit weird. But yeah. With that said, if you'd like to try and access this, you can go ahead and roll me a stealth roll, and you're kind of maneuvering yourself over to the space to check out its security structure. So you definitely notice as you're about to kind of cross the line, there are definitely some people who kind of look over at you, and then you get a hollow ping you get a hollow call from Shards that says, back off, back off. It looks like the cops are heading over.
Okay.
2 NCPD officers descend down the steps. And Crown, you would have seen them pass you, but not really taken notice of them. And they kind of walk over to Mars, and they say, "Hey there, citizen, go ahead and move along, okay?"
I'm literally just like out for a walk. Like, is there a problem, officer?
Oh, just move along. And the other one kind of looks at you. You see his hand kind of like grasps the Militech crusher he has on his belt, and they kind of give you a glare with their mirror shades, and they start walking down the steps as well. Rocco, do you back off during this point?
Yeah, I take the advice
Okay.
and back off.
As you
Mars
kind of
like rolls his eyes, but like just like starts like headed back into the direction
let you standing.
of like wherever.
Yeah. Fuck you. Right. Understandable. They'll kind of walk down, and it looks like they are making their way to the market. The police officers. But as you kind of like get through that point, Rocco, you realize that this is kind of like an open area near the front entrance, and it's probably going to be hard for you to kind of get up to that device with the roll you made. No second chomps at the apple. Vix, or sorry, Hatter, are you staying in the van, or are you going with... You have to be there to ID the shit.
Yeah, no, I'm going with.
Okay,
Need to
okay.
roll stealth.
Yeah, give me a stealth. Would you have gone with Rocco, or would you have gone with the others?
I've been moving wherever within like 15 to 20 feet of Crown.
Okay, so then yeah, you're in it then. Yeah, give me the stealth roll. Yeah, again, 17 is high enough. You're able to kind of walk in. You know, not really. You know, a big deal for you to just kind of be in this location. Nobody recognizes you right off. Okay.
I have a question for Bucket.
See?
Did you keep the grenade
Hatter?
launcher?
Do you mean Hatter?
Hatter? Did you?
I
keep
knew
it?
who he meant.
Sorry.
Bucket
The
truck.
grenade launcher? We didn't discuss what we did with it. Yeah,
kept
it
it.
would have just. Yeah, it would have been in the van with me. Still, it's still in the van. It's still in there.
Okay.
Loaded up and ready.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to get it? I'm still outside.
No, no one else. That stays in the van if possible.
So
You
Mars,
might not need it.
as they're discussing that, you can kind of hear some of it, the chatter on the hollow. You would see Rocco come out of the kind of area he was trying to sneak into, kind of pull a cigarette and probably light it. Do you want to go try and help him with his current problem, or do you want to go into the foyer area?
The police have already like cleared the area. They just told him to move along, and they've moved on to the market to get their donuts and coffee, right?
100%. Yes, they are going to a bucket slice for just that.
Understood. And where where Rocco is essentially where everyone needs to go to get shards down to the basement level anyway.
There are several ways to enter the basement. It is one of many options. Yeah.
Right. Oh, seems like Rocco's got the way.
Okay. You head over.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for either of you to address one another. That's all.
One more
They
time.
just stand there awkward.
Oh, Josh might be muted. That's probably what it is.
I had him
was like-
muted? What?
Yeah, you were muted.
I was muted?
Yeah. You can hear
I
you now.
didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were moving
They
your
are just
mouth.
standing there awkwardly looking at
It's
each
hard
other.
to tell with the
while
mustache
Josh-
and beard. I'm sorry.
I was just smoking, man, okay?
Okay.
Just enjoying a drag and
They make
and he
aggressive
comes over.
eye contact.
I waited for him to say something to me. Hello. Yes?
How's it going, Chum?
Not confident I can make it to the door undetected.
Same, honestly. Cops already told me to move along. One dude already was reaching for his thing. His
Well-
idea.
They're
Okay.
going to recognize you already. What if we go to the market where they went? You occupy them, and I try that entrance.
I mean, that's an option. The Valentinos are probably going to recognize me, to be honest. But we could try.
Good recognition or bad?
I was a paid muscle for them for a while.
I paid what?
Paid muscle.
The muscle.
Okay.
Muscles.
I muscles. Got it. Sorry, I didn't understand your accent. Well, if they're going to recognize you, then perhaps we can use that to our advantage in the future. We need to get in
Perhaps.
first.
That's true. That's true. All right. Yeah, you want to do that? Let's do that.
Okay. So, if you're going to go that route, what I will ask of the two of you, stealth roll again for Rocco. DV is going to be a bit lower because of the operational kind of process that you decided to go on there. And then for Mars, I need a streetwise roll from you, which is under social tab.
Got it.
Got a bit higher that time.
Okay. So you kind of play it off like you're just walking around. It definitely does feel like the cops are giving you attention, but with that streetwise, you're able to play it off like you're actually supposed to be there, but not like hiding yourself. Rocco, you managed to find a way kind of into the space, and again, let me just give you a couple of hands out because I made them so. The first of which is the entranceway. So this is what it looks like street level when you kind of maneuver into the space. Basically, the entrance that you would have came from is kind of to the right of this picture, and you would have come around and kind of entered into this blocked road. Once inside, the interior views were cool, I guess, when I was looking at it inside, but I like the concept art better. So it is very much just like a series of trailers, boxes, old train cars, vehicles, etc. They're just kind of all about, and people have like small little like shops, restaurants, etc. And you kind of keep an eye on the structural wall of the mega building, and come to a realization that there does appear to be a access point for ventilation out exhaust that you can get into. It doesn't require a roll to crack it open. It literally is just a pop a couple times with the screwdriver, and that bad boy is open. You're able to maneuver to it yourself. Whether or not you're going to be able to get the rest of the crew over to it without being noticed is a different matter. If you wish to enter in and then secure access to the lower level first, you can. And again, you can also call them at any point because you're all connected via holo call.
Is the caution tape and cones that were in that one picture present actually in this area?
Oh yeah, and with that stealth roll, you could definitely secure yourself a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna is there a vest or anything like that laying around?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just you're definitely able to kind of get this stuff though.
Yeah, I'll just nonchalantly kind of be an NPC for a little bit and start setting up a work site, placing cones and caution tape around the area just to kind of make it look like that spot's going to be under maintenance for a bit.
Nobody gives you shit.
So the only way down Crown Saw in the foyer was the elevator, right?
Correct.
Okay. So he's just gonna talk on holo away from everyone, or talk on the phone. All right, let's head down this elevator. Make sure you're not seen. Be safe. Let's try to get down there. Then he's gonna walk towards it.
Rocco, do you say anything back?
Could you say it one more time? I might have to turn up my volume.
That's
Sorry.
a good idea, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said, basically he's saying for everyone to get in the elevator so we can get down.
I may have a way in.
Oh, there's another way?
I have events secured.
All right. Point that out.
Well, that sounds like more fun.
So you're able to kind of ping it on a kind of digital map in Hollow and kind of show your location.
I'll take out
Sounds
my
good.
smartphone. I'll look at the ping.
Gotta go find my Uber. Walking around with your phone out like a goober.
All right. Let's go that way. And he's gonna walk that way towards the boat.
Hatter, I presume you stick with Crown. Vix, based on descriptions before, you'd probably stick with Crown. Mars, you kind of see the situation after a fashion and are also listening to the call. Would be able to kind of catch up, and then Breeze, they would probably kind of scoop you up with them as they kind of come out of the foyer.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. I would like for everyone besides Rocco to go and Mars, sorry, to go ahead and give me one Streetwise roll. So it's no Rocco, no Mars. Just make a Streetwise roll. Steve, I'm gonna ask. It is under social.
Social.
Yeah, I got my character sheet now, by the way.
Love to hear it, buddy. Goddamn, Hatter, you are just on top of it.
It's non-combat, man. I'm decent.
Damn, Vix.
Yeah.
Push
you,
it.
you stand
Yeah.
up.
Of course I do. I'm gorgeous.
Did it? You pushed it. It didn't roll. It's probably got a delay.
Yeah.
We had this problem when Magpie was on a laptop, Fun Times laptop as well.
So
Again,
bad.
6 of them.
Steve, do not worry or be embarrassed or anything. Whatever problems we have with your computer, I assure you, we've had them with somebody else before. It's totally
Mine
chill.
were like 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I still remember when Zach W. Every time you switched maps, it just kicked him
just
out.
Kicked him out of
Every
Discord,
time.
kicked him out of Zoom, and said, "Fuck Zach, get him out of
For
here."
you switching maps,
Yeah.
out.
I'd be like, "Okay, we're moving to the overmap."
Well, you want to just go ahead and roll that then for me?
Yeah, you got it. 13 solid. Plus 7 on the streetwise. No idea why that's not clicking. Yeah, Edge is a goober. I have not had good luck with that browser. But again, if the computer's
I'll work on that the next session for sure.
for sure. With that, more than half of you got it. So you're able to kind of deal with the mock standing out like a sore thumb, and it looks as though Shards kind of came prepared for that inevitability, which is why she kind of dressed up as she did. She's also wearing a pair of sunglasses, which looks really weird on her because, you know, there's the eyes are kind of popping out, but she's dimmed her lights so they're not like arachnid evil. But yeah, you make it into the vent and descend down. When you get to the bottom, you enter into a kind of landing space. You would see kind of a few things that are notable. There are 2 sets of staircases that lead down into the server room. That's obviously the more important thing, right? And that looks like this. Very dark, very hard to see. Dark server space. It does look as though there's one person kind of maneuvering around in there and what appears to be a camera system. That said, you can see that on the far side, kind of that white glow square off in the middle distance, that is the office that Shards needs to get to. You would also note that on this landing, with the stairs going down on 2 different sides of the server room, there is the elevator door. So, with that on the table, how would you like to proceed?
Everyone's near each other, right?
Oh yeah, you basically get down one at a time, but yeah, you're able to
All right.
muster pretty quietly.
Crown's gonna whisper. All right. I don't have any of your fancy gitchama jackets on my head, so I'm going to be quiet. radio silence for me, but I can still hear you. And he's gonna tap his earbud. I need one of your net runners to turn off that security camera, and I'll take that goo now. All right?
Okay. So shards will yield to Breeze, and then again, because of your system issues, this would have been an instructional moment. But I'll explain what's happening, and then I'll click some dice for you. So you are entering into a net architecture. You are in range to do so. And when you enter into the net architecture, you're immediately trying to backdoor the architecture to enter into it without a problem. If you look down towards the middle, underneath your skills, there's a role section, and it says Netrunner Interface. Your rank is 4, which means you add 4 to your roles for interface. And the DV to enter into a simple architecture like this is a 6. So you need to roll a 2 or better. And I'll let you try to click the roll, because it looks... Again, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll just go ahead and click it.
It says roll bonus.
Roll interface, no bonus.
It should automatically
No, but yeah,
calculate it.
for interface, it pops up a question. There we go, Steve. We got a roll, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, I think I know what's going on. It might have been an edit mode for the skills. We'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, so that interface, you pop into the camera system. Inside this simple net architecture, there are only 2 things. Okay, so just imagine you are in cyberspace, you're virtually seeing this, and you can see that there is a control node, which has on, off, or remote, which means you can connect to the camera and take control of it. It goes nowhere else. And the other thing that you see is a tether that seems to connect this camera to that office space. So it looks like your options are to turn it off, take control of it, or sever the connection.
I think I'm just going to try to turn it off.
It requires no roll. It's an easy kind of switch access. You've basically entered their house and turned off their lights. The camera is off. You report this to
Let
Crown.
everybody know.
Yep. Crown, you were going to stealth up.
Yes, I do have a question though before I do this.
Sure.
If I do succeed the stealth, is there a mechanic where I can just choke him out?
I'll explain. When it comes to cool shit, I go with cool shit. So you're doing a cool thing right now. I love it. It's using the team in a simple but good way. Go ahead and make your stealth roll.
All right, tight. Just in case.
Should I spend some luck?
I do, but
It's the last session of the series, baby. It's the last session of the series.
Fuck it. I'm spending 1 luck.
All right.
And we don't have a rocker. What the
Fuck.
Okay, it's okay.
God?
It's okay. All right, so 1 luck spend.
Hell
16?
yeah, 16. That'll nail it. So the DV was 15. It was a bit more of a difficult one. But you see Crown kind of descend down the steps, tiptoeing, and it's pretty wild to see, but you don't hear him at all. All of you as you're kind of parked up there. You see him kind of disappear into the servers. You can see the guy moving around. There's like a flashlight moving around. You then hear the aftermath of what we're about to roll. Crown, are you wanting to grab him and choke him? Or are you wanting to bring the karambit up and dash him? Are you wanting to bring it up and snap him, like that good old classic bam, thing, like they do in the movies? Tell me what you want. Tell me how this goes. I want you to tell me what you're doing, and then we'll decide what you got to roll and what's going on.
Do we know if these people are Corpo or Valentino?
You're talking too much. I'm asking you.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, karambit, slice him out.
If he was a Valentino, were you gonna stop and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, mate"?
No. If he was a Valentino, I was just gonna choke him out. But if he's Corpo, then I'm just gonna gut him.
It's hard to tell in the dark with his flashlight.
Okay, so I'm just gonna gut him.
Okay, so you're going for the karambit. Go ahead and make a melee weapon skill roll, not attack.
Fighting, melee weapon skill roll. Got it.
Okay.
15.
So you come up behind him, you grab him like on the arm and the chest and pull him back as you bring the karambit up to his neck and drag. And as you do so, you can hear just like the sickening kind of pop as the air starts to not come out of his mouth, and the scream that was supposed to come out doesn't either. And you just slowly lower him to the ground, letting him bleed out in a pool on the ground.
I'm just gonna whisper as he goes down. It's all right, mate. It's gonna be over soon. And then he's gonna just put him right there.
Okay. Do you quickly tap the hollow and let them know?
Yeah. Instead of like talking, I'm just gonna like do a Morse code thing where I just tap it, unmute and mute the mic.
Yeah. And then say something, because I don't think anybody knows what's going on. You sit there for a
Shit.
second waiting.
Yeah, so I'll just be like, all right, job's done.
I don't know.
I
You
was
okay?
like, you can do gag order to Hatter, but that's about as far as you're getting with Morse code.
He's trying to tell us something. I just know it.
If you move up, you would come up to the office space, and once you arrive at that location, you would see that it looks like this. And inside at the terminal, apparently jacked in by a very massive hard port, is a guy who looks like he's in a bodyweight suit, which is kind of like a cooling suit that netrunners wear when they are diving. His eyes are open, and it's almost like he's looking straight at you, but you can see that there's like a reddish kind of glow to them, and they're kind of like fluctuating with data. So he's not cognizant of the world around him. The door on the side opens without an issue. You can literally walk in there and do what you want, and it doesn't look like he is aware of your presence.
Hey, your name's Breeze, right?
Yeah.
Is that person gonna stay in the net if we kill him out here, or do we unplug him and then kill him?
Side note, John.
So again, your answer is as clear as anybody else's would be. It is a very hard subject to tackle. Have at it, Riff.
Okay. Well, so my belief, at least, is that us net runners, see, when we die, our souls just go into the net, and then we live there freely and do whatever the fuck we want to. Oh, I'm sorry about my language.
Yeah. All right.
So kill him before you unplug him.
Yeah. He's just gonna
Yeah, he
crowd
commit his greatest dreams doing that.
Crown just walks over to the guy, puts the knife in his neck, and then drags it across. And then Shards walks over behind you and like reaches behind. You hear like a metal kind of click, like a kind of whir and a spin as she pulls the plug on the guy, and you see him kind of like drop. And there's this very strange sensation in his eyes, like there's this sparking that just goes mute the second the plug is fully like pulled out, and there's like a dribble of blood on the tip, and she kind of looks at it and she's like, "You kind of went in a little deep there, didn't you?" She kind of pulls it across her blue and green sweater, and it's now got these like traces of blood across it as she drags the needle of the thing. She then pulls her hair back, which is kind of like a bright red, reaches up and just kind of shoves it into her own neck, and then as she's kind of like apparently getting taken over by the net, she pushes the dead guy out of the chair and then sits in his seat. You then hear two voices simultaneously, one coming from the computer in front of her and one inside of your head because of the hollow call. And she says, "Oh, so easy, I'm in. Municipal really should pay for security services. It's kind of pathetic how easy this was."
Too easy.
Oh, no. The appropriate amount of easy, she says. I have, it looks like a total of... Checking. Interesting. Hard count on Mega Building H5, apartment 3823. One keeps entering and exiting. I apologize. This is fluctuating with my count.
Yeah, that's fine. Has anyone been alerted? Silent alarm? Anything?
1 dozen individuals. No people have been alerted as of yet. No connected net architectures inside of the apartment. No connected cameras inside of the apartment. All cameras for your pathway from here to the elevator, from the elevator to the apartment, have been switched off. No recording. I will be able to see through them. Additionally, if you need me to tether you to a connection, I could bring up video stream into your holo call.
Can you wipe footage of us previously as well?
1 moment. Done.
Is there any if should someone trigger the alarm, you will see first?
The alarm has been terminated. It cannot be activated until I am removed from the system.
Okay.
If they have an alarm in the apartment that is off this net architecture, that is a different story and will have to be dealt with by on-the-ground net runners.
Could any of the security system in the building be operated from a separate network, such as that?
There are no PDUs in this system, which would be personal defense units, which are activated manually by hand.
I just wanted to make sure, should an alarm go off, you were able to leave.
Of course. When you exit, I will secure my own egress.
All right. Are we leaving little Missy here while we continue?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Rocco turns to
Ready
Hatter.
when y'all.
So this is the moment he's gonna go CQC style with Karambit and gun in hand, and head to the elevator.
Okay. Yeah, there are no other operators on this this level, so you get to the elevator, and all of you kind of pack in.
I'm gonna begrudgingly leave my bay behind.
I'd like a quick roll of basic tech from Rocco. And this may not be a feature you know about in real life, but I'm gonna probably blow some people's minds here. It's crazy.
It's a technique, I think.
Yeah, it's under
Yes.
technique. Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Rocco knows, maybe Josh knows, but did you know that when you take an elevator, other people, when they hit the button, they are going to stop you on their level, and you're going to basically get a whole bunch of people that might go up with you? There's also a way to get around that.
Just hold it.
Yep, fire.
Hold the button.
Yeah, fire.
Wait, that really works?
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you have a fire crew that's trying to make it to a certain floor via elevator, they cannot deal with that shit. So they have to hold the button, and then they're allowed to just bypass all of that. Perfection. So when you get... go ahead.
He also would like the Netrunner to make sure nobody gets off on the 38th floor.
Done. I'll hold the elevator at that location. So this is a little wrong, but it's still accurate. It says it's on ground floor. This would have been if you'd gone through the main point. I didn't make multiples of these because making this one, if you aren't aware, was a Photoshop nightmare. A lot of these floors don't exist on all queues, so this was all hand done by me. But you are on the server floor. You will be going up to the 38th floor.
Good job, John. It looks awesome, bud.
Thank you.
It does.
It's just like it's real. So
Looks great. Yeah.
you would take the floor up to 38, and you have that connection. The other floors seem to be locked out from you, but again, if you need them, request to her, and she will allow them. Basically, she's keying off your neuroports, and she's giving you allowances. So you can go to those floors. Typically, when you go into a mega building, it's only going to show you the floors you're allowed to go to. Not all of the floors, to kind of create a circumstance where people are going where they shouldn't.
And she can hear us like anytime we want her to.
Correct. Well, basically, as you're just talking freely, she can hear you. The only way she wouldn't be able to hear you is if you switch off the holo call. Yeah, you're all...
I make sure she hears me tell her that I love it when she touches my neural ports.
she does not flirt back because she's currently in autonomous mode.
All right, nerd.
It's
Calm
okay, she
down.
heard me.
Yeah, she did hear you. For later. You make it up. When you exit out of the elevator, you would basically see the following. It does look like there are people on this floor that are not Valentinos, just regular milling folk. There's a pawn shop on the left side. Looks like there's some shops off to the, up ahead of you. Based on pathing, you would understand that the apartments, the suite apartments, are kind of around the corner and then down the way. And the holo would display your location on kind of like a digital map, which I don't have. But ultimately it leads to a terminus point of kind of a hallway that's isolated from the rest. Not too close to the center column. So like there's a point inside the center of a mega building that's kind of hollow. They can open up the ceiling to allow for light to spill in. But this back area, this back apartment, it basically looks like this from a distance. The one difference between that and again another Photoshop legend here, that floor doesn't, or that apartment number doesn't exist either on a place regularly. But enough of tooting my own horn. Next to the door stands a guy. He appears to have Valentino gang colors very clearly. You're not walking down the hallway all the way. You're just kind of standing close enough that you can see. But he's standing near the doorway, and it looks like he is carrying an assault rifle. The assault rifle in question is a Dara Polytechnic DA-8 Umbra, which would be a fact that Crown and Rocco and probably Hatter would know. For those of you who don't, it's a very common gun. But what you smarties would know is that the Dara Polytechnic Umbra is a die-stamped gun. They basically create these things like factory style, and they are kind of garbage. They are not very accurate. They are prone to jams, and because of their stamped nature, when it jams, it's hard to clear. And yeah, they have a very poor weighting and sight system.
Like an old school grease gun.
Oh yeah, except like assault rifle style. I'll post a link for it here in the chat, so you can see the stats for it. And yeah, the only advantage it has over a regular assault rifle is more bullets.
And when it jams, you throw that one, you grab your other one. And...
Correct. Well, this gun is complete and finished. I'm going to move us to a battle map, but again, we are not technically in a fight. I'm mostly just doing it as kind of a prelude, and also to see if I did light it right. I'm going to snap in you.
Probably a bad time for this question.
Oh,
Probably should have asked a little sooner.
Okay.
But why the hell is this gear just sitting in an apartment?
Oh, because the gangers have it.
So they stole it?
Yeah, well, they bought it, but yeah.
Okay.
We're technically stealing it.
Right.
We're stealing it.
They bought it from someone who stole it.
We're the baddies.
We're the assholes.
Did our eye in the pie say that there was a camera in this
She said no, there's
corridor?
not. Yeah, this section
There's
is
no
off
corridors.
the net architecture.
So somebody purposely removed it. Got it.
Yeah.
Is there a way that is there a camera in another section of the building that we might be able to give her eyes? Like I could put it here into this hallway?
So no, unfortunately, like you'd have to remove a camera, which would very much take time, and then drag it over to that location, which would be very noticeable.
Yeah, it's just like here's a camera in the middle. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It'd be better for her to see through us.
Right. Well, she won't be able to see through like anybody's eyes because I don't think anybody here has brain dance recorders or micro video.
Right. Okay.
So she is literally just going to be kind of watching you from response. So there's ways of seeing without seeing. Basically, when firearms are fired and when movement is made, everybody's kind of dotted out in sound sequence.
And also instructions that we make too.
Yeah, also true.
Yeah.
Also, in all honesty, she is the safest among us, by quite a margin.
And she got you a lot of trouble out of the way because she broke you into a place you're not even supposed to be.
I was more to the point of eyes so that she could confirm like facts. So, for example, she said that there's an individual going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh, she would say it's that asshole at the door.
Okay,
100%.
got it.
That's the guard. There's no way to like sneak up on him. This is just a hallway, right?
This is just a hallway, yeah.
Shit.
Is the door a standard door? Like
standard ass apartment door. Yep, it is basic framing, electronic security terminal on the side. The security terminal has a camera system on it, so if you page it, they would basically be able to ring doorbell you, and pretty easy to crack and break if you need to. Do you want to sit and watch him for a second from a distance and just play incog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to wait till he moves in and out again.
About 2 minutes after you kind of take position, you see him kind of just like, disregard you, not really noticing you. And then he'll eventually walk over to the door, open it. He'll then walk inside. You hear a very muted commotion, but you can't really hear it from this distance. I don't believe anybody here has cyber audio suites.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, he disappears. A little bit of smoke kind of spills out of the room when he does come out.
He does close the door, though, right?
He does. It kind of closes behind him, yeah.
All right, so I want to go like immediately right here to get ready for him to come out.
Now, it's not displayed
to-
on the map, but it is there. I did show it in the pictures. There's kind of trash bags that are kind of situated on either side of the door. You're going to go hide behind the trash bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for him to come out again. So like, I want to be on this side, but if I have to go here, then I'll go there.
Okay. I need you to make me a perception roll with awareness. And Breeze, I need you to make me the same. Perception is under awareness. And just make sure that your skills are not set to edit. I think that might have been why it wasn't rolling before.
Yeah, I did that, but it's still not letting me ping those. It lets me do everything else, just not my skills for some reason.
Wild. This whole game is skills.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and click you for you. Awareness, perception. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get this fixed for next time because I can't see the map either, John. I can see it on the stream, but I can't see it on my Roll20.
Hold on. I think I have a. No, I can't do it. Well.
Can you use it on a different browser or no?
I can't do
Well, that's gonna take a minute to do.
Honestly,
Oh,
from the sounds of it, it's like Magpie's laptop. I highly suggest not opening a second browser and trying to roll a separate Roll20 instance. Just please.
Don't do it.
It's safer this way. It's okay. We'll be all right. We'll make it. And if he can roll attack, then he can roll interface. Once we get to combat, we're Jinguji, baby. It's fine.
Gotcha.
So you make it over to there. But as you're running up, you would notice, like, before you kind of bypass it, that the camera I mentioned on the display or on the security console, it is live. It is recording. Do you still wish to advance, or do you want to break and pull back?
Oh, I'll break and pull back if it's on.
Breeze, you notice that that's the case. If you want to go ahead and jack into that camera and switch it off just like you did with the last one, you can go ahead and roll interface and break into the camera. This one's a little bit higher in the security tier. It's a DV7, which means you need to roll an 8 or 8 on the total or better.
You got this.
Once I can get.
And the music too, right? It probably
The
doesn't
music
work
is
on
good.
Breeze.
I like it.
Yeah, it's the Valentino stealth. I already told Dan that we're killing Valentinos tonight, by the way, Chandler.
That's not good for me.
It's not good for me.
His character won't know, but like
You know that motherfucker crosses. You know that motherfucker. No. I'm kidding, Dan. I'm kidding. You're the best.
I just deliver him all the bodies
For sure.
here for you to bury.
No, just leave him. Just leave him. Don't even pretend like you weren't even here. It's better that way. Okay.
Hatter's just got like a duffel bag ready to like scoop up cybernetic parts and organs.
So the
Not all Valentinos.
Don't worry, none of them will go to waste.
So the DV is 7. You rolled a total of 7. I think I gave you an excellent deck. I don't know why that bonus isn't adding in. Let me double check. I didn't. That's super weird that it didn't. Regardless, regarding your gear, it should be in there. So we're going to say that you have that. So normally you have to beat it. Your deck should be giving you a +1 to your roll, but it's not. So we're going to say that you got it. You switch the camera off, and then tell Crown he can move up.
Okay, I do so. But just in future reference, do you want me to just roll it with the bonus of 1?
Yeah, hold on. I think I can add it. Hold on. Excellent quality. Okay, annoyed. That's super weird. Okay, hold on. Editing. Okay. So let me try it now. Okay, yeah. So when it pops up that bonus request, put a +1 in it. It should have been in there, but it's not. That's goofy. Anywho, Crown, you get into that position. Others, are you moving up, or do you want to stay back and wait for Crown to dispatch the guard?
So there's also another stack of trash bags on the other side of the door. Right?
There is.
I think Mars would like to get behind that.
Okay. Any weapon that you're brandishing?
We're trying not to kill Valentinos, right?
I don't think that was something that was stated out loud.
So that's been mostly a joke. There is a character named
Oh.
Gonto who is terrifying. Kill who needs to be killed. You're getting
For
paid.
real.
Like, yeah, that's mostly just a joke on that Dan builds very strong characters.
I gotcha.
Terribly
So-
strong.
He's gonna draw his Wakizashi.
Okay. Job's a job, and 1,000 isn't anything to scoff at. Door opens. Go ahead and move yourself up to like right about here. Oh, that ping's not working, is it? Right about here? Does that ping work?
No.
No.
That is so weird.
Right here.
There.
Oh, right there.
And then I would like the two of you to go ahead and make stealth rolls.
So like right here.
Oh, no. Here. You said you're going for the other pile, so. Yeah, there's one on either side of the
Okay,
door.
my bad.
No worries. So he pops out, he reaches behind him, he will hit some buttons on the terminal.
And I'm rolling stealth.
Yeah, stealth rolls for both of you. So he's hitting some numbers on the terminal.
Threat detection. Does that give me a bonus to see what it's hitting?
Are you trying to check and see what he's hitting?
Yeah.
Okay. Stealth is under body, by the way, Adam. You got it. Okay, cool. So it looks like the password that he is punching in to lock and secure the door is 3823.
3, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you a
the
picture
room
real
number?
quick. Okay, no, people already caught it. Okay, yeah, that's the bit. Okay, shuts the door. If I had known Spaceballs 2 was going to release a trailer, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he shuts it, and then he kind of moves over to his position. He doesn't seem to spot either of you two, as everyone else is kind of holding back and kind of away from it.
I'm just gonna go up and grab him.
Okay. Do you move and let your ally know that you're moving so that he can kind of get his attention, or?
I mean, once he sees me moving, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Okay, so then Mars, you would see the solo kind of come up out of the shadows, coming up behind the Valentino. Do you wish to engage in any way?
Mars comes up to the right flank
Okay.
and just katana draw. I'm sorry, Wakizashi drawn back and ready.
Okay, so go ahead and make a melee weapons roll, Crown,
Gotcha.
and then go ahead and make a melee weapons roll, Mars.
14.
Melee.
It's under fighting.
It's under fighting. Should be top right.
On the tabs. Got it. Okay. So Crown, you get behind him, and as you kind of reach up and grab a hold of him and try to bring the knife up, you see him kind of shift and then throw back the butt of the rifle, and then kind of look up. And as he's doing that and is about to say something, the Wakizashi, the mono Wakizashi, drops and cleaves the guy's face clean in half. He then drops to the ground. But as he's doing so, Crown, you kind of catch his weight and slowly kind of move him to the trash bags and just kind of let him fall into it naturally.
He just kind of sees Mars just give him a thumbs up from level with his hip, and he just kind of nudges the diagonally sliced portion of his head over like a soccer ball, kind of just nudging it to the side
It's
I
like
love that.
kicking a wedge of cabbage. It's like-
Exactly.
boot that into the bags. Okay. Once you have the door access secured, what's the next move for you two? And
I'm gonna.
Gonna probably signal for the rest of the group that they can like
Move
at
up.
least advance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with your perception on kind of checking the door and watching the situation, you would have noticed that it does look like there are about 11 more individuals in there. You didn't see all of them, but that main foyer is going to be where the bulk of them are. And just so it's on the table location-wise, again, this is not the angle that you would have seen it at, but this is what it looks like inside. That kind of weird swirly thing is a TV. There's probably ads playing on it to be real. There looks like there's a bunch of shit kind of going on, obviously, but it looks like the main thing that's kind of prominent is the stacks of ammunition in the center of the room and the stack of munitions in wooden crates.
Gotcha. Oh, and we don't want to be loud, right? I'll ask. Hedda, do we want to be loud here?
Last resort, if at all possible. If we can do it quietly with minimal bodies, that would be preferred. But I also understand there comes a time and place.
All right.
I
Quite a
heard
few
several
minutes.
of you. I heard several of you mention that there was some connection to these people. Perhaps this is the time to use that to our advantage.
We just killed one of them. There's no time for advantage anymore.
Yeah, it's either they're gonna go guns blazing, or they're gonna give us enough time for us to kill them.
We already know how this is gonna go. It's probably gonna be loud no matter what we do.
Any kind of pieces of tech or anything?
So, as you kind of scan the area, you would notice that there are faint signatures of a net architecture, but it doesn't look like there's anything that's touchable. Basically, what I mean is you can't connect to it because it's somewhere towards the back of this apartment space. Net architectures like this are kind of things that you have to physically use your personal link to plug into. So what that means for you is it's not connected to any security systems like PDAs or like defense units that drop down from like the ceiling and to shoot people, nor is it attached to any drones, nor would it be attached to any like security robots or anything like that. It's probably a net architecture that's connected to the subnet, and it's probably used for like diving and for like net running proper. But yeah, there's no security cameras inside that you can tell because of that as well. Basically, there's nothing connected to their net architecture that would kind of key to you that there's going to be any kind of security additions. It's just going to be a bunch of dudes with.
I could hack to hurt them.
Yeah, you can hack the shit out of them, but you'll have to be able to kind of like get them in sight. So because they are not a part of your connectivity, their neuroports are effectively invisible to you. The walls block them.
Okay, so I could try. I'm talking to the party now. I could try to hack one of these fools and see what I could do with that. But again, it's a try. It's a risk.
Yeah, all right, we could try that. But first, all right, fighters up front. He's gonna motion towards. Oh god, I forgot his name.
We're doing a breach.
Ours.
I go over the piece and say, is there another way into the room, the apartment, aside from the front door?
I don't really know. Let me check the blueprint. He's gonna show up. He's gonna pull out his
She'll
phone.
kind of zoom the map out for you, like she's taking control of your phone, and you see that she connects you to two different possible other points of entry. There is a balcony that goes outside on their back wall. There is a ventilation shaft that goes into their ventilation AC unit, but it connects physically like towards the middle of the room and like the ceiling, and it actually runs through the western half of the room. So if you enter in through the ventilation shaft, you would be able to kind of enter into the side rooms, which you saw the doors for, and putting one and one together, Breeze, you would know that that would basically take you over where that net architecture is. It's probably the case that that cooling is being used as well to cool the computers and shit.
Right. So that's our other there's, we could try to sneak through that way.
Good
Yeah,
pin
let's-
storage.
Let's do that. I'll stay here in the front. All you, less than fighty types, go up there in the vents.
So I definitely want somebody up there with me that can fight, because if
Rocco?
things get hairy,
Rocco. So Rocco and Breeze, you kind of step away and kind of move over to, looking at it in your HUDs. You can see the map that she's shown on Crown's phone in your eye hole, and you kind of walk over to where that would be. Again, it's another situation where Rocco, you're kind of like, does anybody give a fuck about security here? It's literally just a bit with a screwdriver, and that bad boy's open, and you can enter into it no problem. It'll be a little bit of crawling, and Rocco, for you, it's kind of like dusty, but it's not like a level of dusty that is like concerning. Again, depending on how Breeze reacts to a little bit of grime, it's up to you, but you're going to be kind of rolling around in it, crawling through the space.
We'll clean out that vent with a little bit of breeze.
I'm not too happy about that, but hey.
Hey, yo.
Huh?
I said I don't like the filth, but we got to get the job done.
Exactly right.
Do we want another person so that it's not too full here at the front door?
Well, keep in mind, too, there's another point of entry, which would be the balcony, if you want to try and use that.
Yeah. I think we should definitely go from multiple angles if we're going to tackle, because there's he said 11 people in there.
Yeah.
We got the squads. Crown and Mars go through the front. Vix and Hatter go through the balcony, and then Breeze and Rocco
Go through the vents.
What
can go in through the vents.
Okay, that's
Crack are you
entry.
guys on?
But what about egress?
So
Wait, real quick. Splitting us up 3 ways, we're going to die. I need you to know that. People will die splitting that far. Like, there is almost no way that someone doesn't bite it, and it won't be the solos. Keeping the 2 best fighters by themselves, terrible idea. One of them should go with Vent Boys, and the other 2 should go with Crown.
Pro tip.
I can agree with that, and I mean, we've got an issue where if you're up in the vent, you're kind of a sitting duck if they start shooting up above.
A quick
If you
note,
go on the
though.
balcony,
Quick note, though. The vent area leads to a place where there are less people. The front door leads to a place where there are a shit ton of people, as confirmed visually by Crown. What I would say is if you want to put all your eggs into a basket that is sturdy, the front door access point, if that's your goal, it should be Mars, Vix, Crown, and then Hatter. You're just also there.
I was just saying, splitting 3 ways. If you run into even 3 people, 2 Cyberpunks versus 3 of John's NPCs.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
fair.
they're going to have the surprise on them, so they might kill a guy before the fight even begins. So it may be even odds. And even still, Rocco survived Rhea, and Breeze is played by Steven, who's a motherfucking badass, and we're just going to see how that goes. Unless you guys want to switch it up. Again,
We'll see. Basically, I was just asking if we wanted a third to go with us. I wasn't really interested in the balcony route, but yeah.
the more people you have in the vent, the more chance
Right.
you have to fail the stealth roll.
Fair. All right, we'll leave it as is.
Okay. So, this is going for Rocco and for Breeze. So I'm going to tell you what your bonus is, and then I'm going to ask you if you want to spend any luck, Steve, and then I'm going to apply accordingly. Your stealth with your guy is a 13, okay? The DV for moving around inside of a corrugated metal kind of like space without like providing a bunch of noise is going to be a 15, which means you need to roll a 16 or better on the total. On a D10, you need to roll a 3. Do you want to spend any of your luck, of which you have 8 points to spend? Holy shit. Do you want to spend any of your luck before the roll?
I'll spend 1.
Okay. And then I'm clicking it. And hopefully I don't want this to be on me.
Oh,
I got this, bro.
It's on you.
oh,
All right.
god damn.
Yep, I did roll a 1. on the dice.
Mhm.
Again, I hate that. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. That's why I hate clicking the buttons for people. I did it for Magpie a couple times too, and rolled once, so it's fine. Rocco, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
There's a little flavor.
And I have a plus. I have an 8, so it's the same explanation, right? Because Breeze had an 8 as well.
Breeze has a plus 13 total.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna use 3 luck on this.
Okay. Yeah, you nailed it. Okay, so what I'm going to say is for the purposes of this movement, which of you two was first? Again, knowing that the vents require
I think narrative
to open.
I think narratively, I went first based on what your description was, and Breeze was following me.
Fair.
I agree, just logistically.
Okay, so then, Rocco, this is going to be the situation. You are at a vent port, basically very simple kind of flaps that are maneuverable, and also it's kind of like a frame that can be popped out, inside of which you can see the following. And I'm moving you to a different point on the map and snap pinging you to it. Oh my god, why is that not working?
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
I see a little room.
Yep. And you are basically going to be above her, and just as you see her, you hear a koklonk as Breeze kind of kind of does one of those, and his deck kind of hits against the metal, and you kind of like don't look over your shoulder. You already know the situation. You probably know the look on his face too, right? But you look down at her, and she's seated at a desk near what looks like a computer, and she kind of looks up in your direction. What would you like to do?
If I burst through the vent, it would make a lot of noise.
It could, yeah. With your stealth roll, I mean, it's up to you.
I'm going to. I'm changing my hand to my shotgun.
Okay. Okay, so Breeze, again, you can't really see much besides Rocco's back end, but you hear kind of like a metallic clicking. Do you want to aim down and shoot?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go ahead and make a shoulder arms roll.
If you could do that for me.
No, not you, not you. Not you, sorry. Rocco. You're shooting a shotgun down, right? I think I got an answer for a question I asked from someone that sorry, Steven, hold on. Rocco's popping a shotgun out of his wrist. Do you want to shoot them with the shotgun or no?
I was gauging to see if she was going to further investigate, or if she looks down again, or if she's leaving the room.
She gets up and it looks like she's moving towards the door.
Okay, then yes, I'm shooting her.
Okay, go ahead and make a shoulder arms roll, Rocco.
While I'm shooting, I'm saying I'm engaging over the over the intercom.
So simultaneously, are you breaching? And if so, move your tokens as you're preparing to do so. I need to know exactly where your tokens are when we start.
Is it okay if I change my combat awareness?
100% fine. Initiative hasn't been rolled, so.
Cool.
Oh, sorry. These are things that are being said. I want to make sure that the other solo is also aware. Adam, again, first time playing Cyberpunk, I believe. So as a solo, you can change your combat awareness at any point before combat, but as an action during combat, also as a response to rolling initiative. But you can change it to other factors. We kind of discussed them. Do you want to kind of move into like an armor-piercing mentality, threat detection to be aware of things as they kind of start up, initiative bonus? Like, what are you thinking?
So, if I went with like attack precision, it would give me a precision attack bonus of 1.
Mm-hmm.
That would go for every one of his like attacks, not just ranged, right?
Yeah, that's right. So you
okay,
spend 3
so
of
we could do that with like.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Sorry, we could do like spend 3 for 1 precision attack bonus, and then spend 1 for threat detection.
Cool.
I usually do 3 on attack precision and then 2 on spot weakness,
'Cause
only
he's
because
spot.
I have 5.
Right, and that's definitely what I'm going to be working on next. Is like putting more points into his solo level.
It's 100% worth it. 100%.
It's real good. It's real good.
Totally.
Okay, so then if that's the positioning, do you want to move up a bit closer, Mars, or is your position good on that?
I'm ready to move up closer because I mean we've got to get in,
Yeah.
be quick, find cover.
Can you pick up your token and move it okay, or no?
1 sec. Where am I moving it?
Wherever you want to near the door. The door is here.
It could be anywhere, like in this area, whatever you want.
Is that good?
So
Yeah, that works.
So
Okay.
your boy is gonna hit that code in Masamune out barrel, and then first person he sees, bang bang.
Okay, we're going to get to you here in a second. So as that is happening, we're resolving the shoulder arms roll from Josh. Did you roll shoulder arms for me?
Go.
Okay.
15.
So that would be successful for the current positioning. So you push the barrel through, pull the trigger or squeeze the wrist, and the shotgun shot shoots down straight at her, and it literally just blasts into her head. She falls to the ground. A mess of a person. So obviously not chromed out or anything like that. Very much a civilian type. As a part of that, you could definitely push down and drop into the room, or you can remain inside of that space and just wait to see what happens in response.
Is the door lockable, or is it just a basic door?
You would have to be down there to see. You can't really see it from your
I
angle.
can't see the door. Okay.
Yeah, so are you dropping down or staying up?
Staying.
Okay. Then, again, Breeze, you are looking at a full-ass cannon of Rocco's behind as you are both inside of a tube. You definitely heard a shotgun shot inside of the air duct that you're in. And that very much happened. I need everyone to click their token, and obviously I'll get you... can you see the map at all, or no?
Not on Roll20. I
Not
can
on
see it
Roll20,
on
I can see it.
Twitch.
Okay.
I guess I should jump out so that Breeze can get out.
You already said you didn't, so that's where
Yeah.
we're at.
Oh well. All right, roll an initiative.
Oh my god. Goodness gracious, John.
You know, in hindsight, I made a poor decision. That's Cyberpunk, baby. That's Cyberpunk. Sometimes going on the
Okay,
mission
so-
is the decision that was the worst.
When I roll for initiative,
Oh, Mono died.
Hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
how am I going to employ the sand?
So
I'm
if you are
getting
activating the
-1.
Sandevistan, you'll just add a bonus to it. So let me explain how that works, Steve. When you roll a dice on any point, if you roll a 10, it explodes. You're going to roll an extra d10. It's going to add to the number. It doesn't explode again if it gets another 10, right? If you roll a 1 in this game, it desplodes or unexplodes. You roll a d10 and subtract it from the result. So it's a 9, which is your bonus plus mod, plus the roll, which the roll result is a 1, and the penalty is kind of just static. So, hence the -1. Got it. Who am I missing on the board here? Magpie.
A couple of us didn't click the.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just seeing who I didn't get and if they rolled. That's all. So for those of you who again, not Magpie, she's not new to it. She's just a silly bean.
Wait, I still need to roll initiative. So I just hit the initiative button and and the sand.
Yeah, make sure you select your token and then click initiative. It shouldn't already be in there for Sandy. It should ask for a bonus, and then you can put a 3 in there if you're activating it.
Let me try roll.
And if not, we'll say that we're adding it and I'll change the result. So the mods would be from just double checking your sheet here. You took the feat that says you always have the bonus, right? Yeah.
I think.
Hold on. Go into your sheet. Sorry, bear with me here, folks. Thanks for being so patient. Initiative. Combat awareness is 4. Currently,
it'll
no
say
ranks in
it'll say
initiative
react.
reaction.
It'll say React 5 on the actual roll.
Spray and Pray, Human Fortress, Quick Draw, Ghost, Wrecking Ball. No bonuses for initiative because of those. I don't know why it has a mod of 5. It should have a mod of 3 because you're activating your Sandy. So we're going to lower you down to a 20. Cool?
Okay. That, yeah.
Oh no.
Sending. Yeah, it's still super fast. And then they have 2 different
Street Ninja.
mod types. They're going on that number, but this asshole isn't with them.
He ain't with them.
Nope. Okay, so Mars, once the door is opened, you have heard a shotgun shot after hearing on the hollow, I'm engaging, I'm engaging, I'm engaging. I believe that was what you said, right, Rocco?
2, I'm engaging.
Just two. Sorry, 3 is better for comedy. 2 is better for seriousness. You're right. I like that. So when you pop that door open, I've already shown you what the interior looks like. It looks like the Valentinos at the table are just sitting there chilling. It looks like this motherfucker here is again. I don't know why the ping. The one that just shifted slightly, that guy there, he looks like he is holding a weapon and is kind of like on the ready. The same is true of this guy over here. And the 2 that are kind of not really visible, this guy's kind of visible, and this guy's completely hidden behind the TV.
To be honest, I can't see the guys that you're pinging. I can see like the center of the room, but it's kind of like there's like a range of like vision that's like off.
No worries. When we get into it, the main thing that you're seeing is there's a table. It's got a bunch of Valentinos at it. So your turn is going to be broken up into 2 parts. You can split it. You can do things in between other things. Totally fine. But primarily it's going to be an action and a move action. Your move action can be to move or any other move action that you might have available to you. If you do take the regular, just standard move action, you'll be moving a number of squares on the map equal to your move stat. Actions can be shooting, actions can be melee attacks, actions can be other things. Before you want to do something, ask if it's an action or not. Sometimes it won't be, sometimes it will be. Minor things like opening a door, not. Okay. What would you like to do, Mars?
Okay. Seeing as, I've got a few people with me and I need to draw the attention off of them, and the attention was kind of also drawn away from the door with the sound of the shotgun, Mars is going to use the created diversion to go in. Like, I'm talking like rush in.
Okay.
With Wakizashi in hand. It's a little crazy, but people's focus is going to be on him and not the people behind him.
You can see the squares okay? They're kind of light, but I think...
Yeah, so my movement is 6, so I can at least target the first guy.
Yeah. Go ahead and move your token in, then. I should be able to... Yeah, we're using talents and skills. Somebody knows. Oh, wait, is that Jonah? That's Jonah.
Me. I'm just helping.
Gotcha.
So you can either, like, go up here with your Wakizashi,
or you can go between both of them and have cover behind the big table by staying low, like on a crouch.
Yeah.
That's the idea, absolutely.
Okay. So go ahead and move your token up to that space then. It's not pinging for... I don't know why. I think here's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you've got the lady on your left and the guy on your right.
Mars is going to just... And I'm using the run action too.
Oh, your action would be run, so you won't be able to attack.
Oh, I thought I could like run and like... Because I was using the Wrecking Ball skill.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you want to go further into the room, if you take the run action, you'll be able to move twice your movement, so you can go even farther. Do you want to get this guy here with the gun, or this guy over here with the gun? Sorry, I'm going to ping again. This guy here with a gun, or this guy here with a gun?
How do I ping?
You can just move your token over to it, and I'll get the picture.
You could hold left click on.
Yeah, holding left click will ping. Okay, so you rush past him, and as you come around, you kind of sweep the Wakizashi up at him. Again, with the Wrecking Ball perk, you can make one attack and one attack alone. So on the left side of your screen, on the side there, you should see the Mono Wakizashi's attack button. Go ahead and click that, and hopefully we have no problems, and everything goes exactly as it's supposed to. I say this because Roll20 loves me.
And I also get an additional +5 with the attack too.
Yeah, so what's fun is you also get an additional, whatever your melee weapon skill is, because it wasn't added in there. Too funny.
Oh.
Yeah, too funny.
It did add the 1, though.
Yeah, it sure did add the 1 for precision. Great job, Roll20. You did it. It's okay. It just, for whatever reason, did not select melee weapons as the skill to roll for this, so I just assumed there's no skill. That's going to hit, I think. Let me double check he doesn't have a reflex coprocessor.
Yep.
No coprocessor on this asshole. And yeah, I'm going to go into your sheet real quick and fix. Hold on.
Good damage, though.
Oh, yeah. Especially with something that clears armor real well.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, 13 on 3d6, that's well above average.
100%. Heavy melee weapon skill not selected. So silly. Yeah, I just drag and drop that bad boy in. It's from Black Chrome. Alright, so it should be Gucci now for second attack, but you don't have those. However, you do hit with that attack. And 13, his armor value, he is wearing no armor from what you can tell. But as the blade cuts into him, you'll note that he's got subdermal plating. So it will not get the benefit of cutting through his armor like a hot knife, because it's not SP7 or less. So his armor will be reduced by half, which is 5. 13 over 5 is 8. Let me explain what's happening there for those of you who are new. When you hit somebody who's armored, you deal damage to them, but their armor stops a portion of that. If it is a melee weapon or a martial arts technique, the armor is reduced by half, and we round down in our game because lethal. Normally you're supposed to round up, but forget that. Then, if you get a point of damage over their stopping power, then that means that you have dealt damage to them, and that amount is going to be kind of accrued from that above part. Once damage is done, as long as you're not brawling or using rubber rounds or something, you're then going to ablate their armor, make it worse. So in this case, this person's armor will reduce by 1, because the Wakizashi just ablates as normal. Yeah, for those who are kind of seeing you rush up, what color is the katana?
I'm gonna say it's green.
Green?
I'm talking like neon green.
You see a bright, beautiful neon green katana like whip out of the sheath. Again, the only person who's seen it so far is Crown, but strikes the guy across the chest. It looks like he kind of like backs away from you, but doesn't look like it takes him down in 1. Right, so he hit 8.
But he definitely got their attention, and he's also behind that cover as well.
Yep.
So there's
Smart
only
move.
one dude that is like.
So as you kind of strike into this guy, what you would notice is that this individual here looks out of place. Everybody else is wearing Valentino clothing, Valentino colors, Valentino tattoos, all of the affections of a Valentino ganger. This guy is wearing what looks like a Patriot suit and a kind of like vintage style like soldier cap, and he has a massive kind of like strapped around his bicep, bright blue, 6th Street logo on like a, what are the things that the thing that you wear on your shoulder or on your bicep that I can't remember the name of the piece of clothing, but someone's probably going to type it in the chat. What is it?
An armband?
Armband. Oh my god, it's just an armband? Yeah, armband. That was the word I was looking for.
On your arm?
The whole mega building explodes. But yeah, this guy here, when he sees you enter,
Not again.
kind of situationally looks at the aggress, and he rushes over to your cover, and he is going to attack you. He is going to do so with his bare fists.
Oh, I like his style.
Oh, that's not good.
No, scratch.
I like that style.
Sorry, scratch. Sorry. No, he is
Oh.
going to attack you with what appears to be a budget arms shotgun. He's not shooting you, though. He is hitting you with it. I need you to make an evasion roll. Evasion is under fighting. The DV will be... Well, sorry, the number you need to attain is a 16. Because you are setting the DV for his attack roll.
Got
Okay,
this.
so as he comes at you and swings this heavy, very heavy melee weapon at you, you kind of quickly dodge to the side, and he slams it into the wall behind you. You see it go in like a good half a foot, and then he pulls it back and kind of looks at you angrily. That was him.
Mark just kind of waggles his brows at him playfully.
Crown, you are up.
Alright, so I'm changing up a little bit. I'm not going to use the Masamune. I just want to run in and hit the one on the right with some brawling attacks.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 off the bat. 20. Ooh, natural 1.
Bear with me here. Yeah, they don't have core processors. Okay, so just regular evasion rolls here. Oh, you're not shooting, right? My brain dumb. Okay, so the first one he is going to take, and the second one he is going to dodge. Go ahead and give me damage for your brawling attacks.
Did we ever say...
What's your body?
11.
11. That means you're going to be rolling 4d6.
Nice. Okay. And then I also have, if he has any armor,
He does.
I got this. I ignore half of it.
Yeah, just like a melee weapon. Cool.
Alright. You said D6?
4.
16.
Okay. So you smash into him. You come in hot. With the first blow, you're kind of using your pistol hand and kind of just striking him into the chest. You kind of slam into him and then kind of bring your other fist up with the karambit, not in a strike, but kind of like in an elbow jab. But he pops out of his seat to the side and kind of dodges that.
Dang.
So that would have been... Brawling attacks still don't ablate. Unless you have a perk that says so. So no ablation on him.
I do have a question. Did that count as
I
a light
apologize,
melee
sir.
attack?
Sorry? Ask again, Jonah.
Does that count as a light melee weapon?
What? No, it doesn't.
My attack? Okay,
Brawling is
just
not
making
light
sure.
melee.
Okay.
The karambit is. So, yeah, future reference. Okay. That's it, Crown.
That's it.
Vix.
Alright. Is my monowire a melee weapon?
It sure is.
Okay. I have Wrecking Ball.
Yep, so you can run. If you want to go to this guy, you can.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Mars's help, you can go to this guy, or you can go to this guy. You can basically clear the room and make one attack.
I'm
Or-
gonna go.
You can go normal movement
What-
and help Crown.
What kind of weapon does the guy with the hat have?
This guy over here.
Yeah.
Great question. I forgot what I gave him. He is wielding pistols. Looks like he has two
Cowboy,
gold-plated
got
Militech M10AF Lexingtons.
Okay. And then the guy behind Mars.
The guy that Mars is fighting just tried to bludgeon Mars to death with a shotgun, a big-ass shotgun.
Okay. Then we're gonna go for
And
this
because we're
guy.
kind of in the wall, I'm going to go here. Yep, that guy there who is not wearing a hat, he's got a assault rifle, if memory serves.
So she's gonna go like springing across the room
Oh.
and just.
No, he has a pistol with a grenade launcher under a barrel.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're
good to know.
taking him out.
Okay. Look, make sure you didn't hear me wrong. That is a pistol that appears to have a grenade launcher attached to it on the under barrel.
No
So the grenade
fucking
launcher is
sense,
longer
dude.
than the pistol, more than likely.
Yeah.
I want that pistol.
I want that pistol. Alright. Monowire, 1 attack.
Yep.
My evasion roll was a total of 16, so you gotta beat a 16. 17 or better. That is not going to do it. As you kind of rush forward and lash the whip, you see out of the corner of your eye just a flicker of like yellow-orange light, Mars. You drop down and you can hear it rake across the concrete as it snaps back into the Mox's wrist, and it just barely kind of like, missed cutting your head clean off. As you're kind of in this fight with this guy, being kind of like digitally swung at with the monowire.
March just kind of like reels for a second, looks back at her comically, and gives like, and mouths like, "What the fuck?"
The fuck? Okay. So the gonks are gonna go. This guy's gonna get up and kind of like feeling challenged, go to fight you. This lady is gonna push past you and check the door. Just for flavor, Hatter, go ahead and make a stealth roll for me.
Oh, that's I don't do these. That is body. Body
Yeah.
stealth.
Hatter
Yes.
doesn't
Believe in
guide.
you. We believe in you. You got
You
this.
got this.
So you don't know what's happening in there, but she kind of like looks out the door, seeing if there's more people coming in. Then she kind of smiles and turns back to you, Crown, as she gets a flank with her ally there. This is going to move to there, and then this is going to move to here, around the corner. Okay, so first things first, melee gonks are going to fight. I need a total of 2 evasion rolls.
Gotcha. Nope,
Sorry,
that's not fine.
scratch that. 4 evasion rolls.
Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you get hit once. They pull out these very glorious-looking Valentino machetes and just start kind of
Nice.
cutting in on you. Only one gets through. Your armor value is a 15 per flak?
You know it's lowered right now. It's 13.
13. Okay, so then half of 13 is 6, and I dealt 9, so you're taking 3 damage and ablating your armor once.
3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then to the one that hit me, I'm gonna just round back, hit them with the elbow.
You get 2?
Yes, I get payback.
Cool. Once per round. Brawling attack, same guy.
Yes. Whoever hit me.
Oh, let's see. It would have been lady, and then him. So yeah, him.
Okay. So, brawl, death, fighting. Right? Yeah. 21.
He will evade nothing. Go ahead and give me the damage.
Death 46.
And his armor is still an 11, so 5, 7 damage. Okay, so he is now seriously injured. For those of you who are new, seriously injured just means that he's at less than half of his total starting hit points, and he now suffers a -2 penalty to all rolls. Same will happen.
And
to
John
you.
said seriously injured twice, so that means it's extra serious.
Yes, super, super serious.
Super serious, yep.
Super
High
serious,
five,
guys.
Steven. High five, Steve. And also Magpie great impersonation. This gonk here is going to shoot at Crown from distance. She is going to do so with that Umbra she got. You got reflex 8.
Yes.
Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
Okay.
And she's going to full auto it.
18.
Nice.
Okay, so as you're kind of like looking at the situation and fighting, you kind of like you see him bring out the machete and kind of like drag it across your arm. It catches on your armor and kind of snags in an old break from the last time you were wearing it. Catches you in the forearm. You're kind of like fuck, and then as you do that, you hear her kind of like playing with the bolt, and then slamming the first round in and smiling, haha, and then lift up this piece of shit gun and just, and as she's shooting, you kind of drop down and kind of push up on the table to kind of catch the fire on the table. It doesn't look anything penetrates in a way that it hits you, but that it does penetrate. So this is no longer cover for you.
Okay.
Onto the air or the Mars and Vic's side of things. She ran over specifically for you. Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
Who?
Sorry, Vix. 2 of them, please.
Yeah.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
So you weren't paying attention, and you're kind of looking at Mars, and Mars like, what the fuck? And then, bam! You kind of like take the full weight of the first machete attack. It's going to be a total of... Oh, that's not a lot. 8. So your SP is 11, right? On your body?
Yeah.
Okay. So half is 5. You're going to take 3 real damage, knock your body armor down by 1. And then if you have any perks or anything, let me know. And
Yeah,
then...
I could move
Okay.
for the second one if I evaded.
You did. Yeah. Where do you want to do?
And what? Move 2 meters?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna move
1 square. Yep. Okay, so then this guy with the pistol grenade launcher is going to shoot you with the pistol. Mars. And bear with. Okay. Heavy pistol. I'm going for the head, so I only get 1 shot. Aim shots, you only get 1. Mars, you have a reflex of 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means you can dodge bullets. So go ahead and make an evasion roll. I rolled a total of 23. Minus 8, which will be a total of 15. So you need to make a 15 or better on your evasion roll.
I'm gonna spend 2 luck.
Smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more
Nice.
than. So basically, as like you see Vix kind of get hit in the side, the guy with the big gun kind of pulls it up on you, and as you're kind of like seeing it come, you just like reach up and kind of press your arm against the big barrel of the grenade launcher, and then kind of move to the other direction, and then just boom, boom, shoots right into the wall. Thick, meaty shot.
Now, how do I get rid of the luck, by the way, to like keep track?
Oh, sure. You can either select your token and then drop your blue number, or you can go into your stat and then just kind of... honestly, the blue number is the best way to go. You had 6 luck to start, right?
4.
Oh, so now you have 2? I got you.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know you could use the blue thing.
Yeah, the blue thing in the token is locked to your luck. Yep. And then the green thing's locked to your movement if you forget. And then the
And
red
you
is
don't have to do
obviously
math,
you
you
hit
can just put plus or minus, whatever.
Yeah. I'm
exactly.
gonna remember that.
Okay. That is... Oh, no, sorry. Gold plated. Rushing up... No, I said they were staying back and shooting. So I'm going to fire at Crown. I'm
Okay.
going to say that because of the table shenanigans, they're just going to fire into the table as well. It's a big table, so I'm going to say that it's completely obliterated. It is no longer cover. Just treat it as debris on the ground, okay?
Gotcha.
For
You want me to
Breeze
roll
and...
evasion?
No. Breeze and Rocco, go ahead and both of you make a perception roll.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. I got to roll for you. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, so you both got the same. So what you're noticing is as you're hearing gunfire from the other room is that it's muted. Like the walls are kind of well insulated and are kind of the noise is not coming through very clearly. However, you do hear what sounds like movement south of you. So from the door that you are concerned about. So just that as a heads up as we move into your turn. What would you like to do, Rocco? Again, you are positioned about 10 feet above the ground with the panel.
Can I see into the room at all aside from directly below me?
It's kind of mostly directly below you because of the way the grading kind of works.
The movements, do they sound like they're approaching my room or just moving around in general?
With a 15, it's just movement. You're not sure if it's movement to actualize against you or against the bigger room fight.
Just to recall, do we know how many people should be in this room? 12? Was
12
it?
total people, yeah.
I'm gonna message on the intercom and say how many targets in that room.
Okay. I would like for everybody inside of the room to go ahead and make a concentration roll. So that would be Vix, Mars, and Crown.
17.
18.
Mars is just a second quicker in saying it. But Mars, you're able to, in the midst of the fight, hear the context of it as you're dealing with the 6th Street ganger and kind of like the whips swinging at you, and you say 3, 4, 7. You say 7.
Okay, I took care of 8, so there's 4 left in that room.
Well, there's also the one outside.
Yeah, but they were going in and out, so it was 12, 13, right? Or was it
And
12,
there's actually-
11, 12?
Mathing is bad too, Magpie. I'm the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 total.
Where's the
Okay.
8th one? Oh, never mind.
4.
I
and
have
4.
my. Got it.
It's
no,
okay.
I have my
Did
little
she say there was
buttons
it
open
was
and
fluctuating
it
between
disappeared.
11 and sorry.
So again, it's 12 hard count. So there's the dead guy outside.
count.
Again, just thinking
Okay.
quickly. Dead guy outside. 8 guys in the room with them. Dead girl below you. Do what you want.
Two in the room
I'm
below,
not
to
answering
the
your
south.
question.
No, I'm saying it out loud, and I'm going to drop out of the vent.
Okay.
Uh,
It'll take all your
As
movement to
pilot.
descend.
Yeah.
And then kind of step aside. And then you still have your action. What would you like to do?
Can I stealth?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Well, you've already got a stealth roll on the docket. You're doing pretty good there. Again, this is
Yeah.
literally 2 seconds after you murdered her, so...
Right.
Okay. And
I
that's
kind
it
of
for you?
dive under the desk behind, or that I landed next to, I guess.
Yeah, that works. Breeze, you are right behind. Do you wish to descend
You
down?
did you just
Yeah.
move Breeze instead of me?
I might have accidentally, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
gonna
great.
go down too, though.
You go down
Okay.
through it. Okay. Once down in that space, looking at the room a little bit more closely, and Rocco kind of like as the lead from your position, you're kind of able to tell. This almost looks like it's a kitchen that's been converted into a weird office kitchen combo. And it seems like whatever they're cooking smells really, really bad. And I don't mean that like they're cooking something that you would presume is something that's normally a cooked item. No, instead it seems like they're cooking something that's probably an illicit material. It almost looks like bitumen or like asphalt inside of the canisters that they're cooking. Like they got glass containers that they have inside of it, like that sludge.
Yuck.
Okay. So, Breeze, do you want to do anything with your turn once you're descended? Again, opening the door would be
Body.
free. You don't see anybody besides the dead woman that Rocco blatantly murdered horribly.
Okay, and this isn't the room that had access to
The main room.
security, or yeah.
This
There's only
this is
the
where the
main
net
room.
architecture is located. Yeah, sorry, it's on the computers that are present in here. Do you want to jack into it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You pop down, you move over to the desk that Rocco's hiding underneath, and you pull out your personal link and attach it to the computer. You now have 3 net actions that you can take. Once inside the space, you realize that it is a single level, very simple net architecture, but it looks like it has a lot of compacted information into that single level. Primarily, it looks like that information is connected hard tether to a landline that goes out into the subnet. The information in question appears to be like emails and kind of like a back and forth. The back and forth appears to be between a woman named Maria, who you presume is dead on the ground, and an outside representative that has an Arasaka email, meaning that they are connected to the corporation Arasaka. Big deal in Night City. It will take some time to read those, but you have access to them and can just drag them into your own system if you want to just hold them for later.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you use your other 2 net actions after jacking in to quickly grab the rest. The password was not required because she left it unlocked because she was checking her stuff before that happened. So that's your turn.
Being brutally murdered.
You said it, not me. Hatter.
Could I relay this information of the chemical to Hatter?
You could just kind of, again, brief second, say, there's a weird chemical in here.
Yeah.
And then, Hatter, you're up. Are you good where you're at?
I'm going to actually do what I would do in real life in this situation, which is walk back to the elevator and put my foot in it so it doesn't move.
Perfection.
Just holding the door so no one can come up, down, or call it anywhere. This shaft is ours for the moment.
Yeah, there are some people that you're walking past, but they are definitely kind of moving into their spaces or kind of getting to where they need to go and kind of like cordoning themselves off. Okay, back up to the top of the initiative. Mars, you are up. Got a couple targets you can take here. The 6th Street Ganger or the Pistol Grenade Launcher Man.
So Grenade Launcher Man honestly seems like the bigger threat, or splash damage and whatnot. A lot more collateral damage with that weapon than a big boy with a shotty who's trying to play Hulk smash. So, other than the risk of being clumped on the head by the shotgun wielder and dragged into a cave, Mars is going to focus on the guy with the pistol with the grenade. He's going to step in with his wakizashi and just take a swing. All right, how do I work?
So yeah, just click on the attack button and it should throw it, and then hit it again. Okay, and the second one. All right. So his first evasion roll was unsuccessful, and his second evasion roll was also unsuccessful. So both of these attacks will hit. His armor is currently ablated down from 11 to 10. So 8 will do 3. And belay his armor down to 9, which means halving is 4. And that looks like it'll do a total of 3 damage on the second. So some clean cuts across his armor plating. You can see like the flesh of the armor are kind of fused, and you're kind of cutting into them just slightly, but kind of piercing a bit of the plate as well. That's your action. Do you have any movement, or are you holding ground?
I think I'm going to hold ground with Nyx. She seems like she could use it back.
Got it. The guy, after retracting his shotgun and you kind of not paying attention to him, kind of pulls the shotgun out, barrel out towards you, and he's going to shoot it. So for shotgun shells, both of you, need to make an evasion roll. That'd be Vix and Mars.
Roll well.
Vix is actually walking her dogs. Right?
Oh, okay. Cool. I can roll her.
I'm good.
Oh, you good? And I'm checking the DV on that. Hold on.
Yeah, for sure.
DV is 13. So both of you very quickly kind of maneuver. I believe you end...
I'm stuck in a wall.
I believe you would end outside of the shotgun blast. 1, 2, 3. So here. And 1, 2, 3 here. So as he kind of spins the gun around, both of you kind of notice it, and he kind of aims it out, and boom, shotgun shell, massive spray of buckshot. Just it actually clips this guy and causes him to fall over, and you're pretty sure he's done. But
Nice.
Massive burst of just shotgun. And from what you can tell, this guy does not care about collateral damage with the individuals he's hanging out with. After shooting, it's a loud to kind of clear the shotgun shelf. If you're familiar with Edge Runner's anime, the big shotgun that Rebecca uses is a Budget Arms Crusher, or Budget Arms Carnage, rather. Cool deal. You would then see that he appears to activate, as a move action, his Sandetta stand. Which means his initiative will jump to 24.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm at the elevator.
All right.
This is why I pay ahead of time.
Next, so you feel like it's worth it. Next up is Crown.
So I'm gonna give this guy a back kick into his chest. Let's see, let's go fighting, brawling. 16?
He will not evade. He's doing terrible
Nice.
on those. Go ahead and give me the damage.
Nice. So it's 46, 14?
That's on the nose going to kill him. Wait, no.
Okay.
Yep.
No?
That's on the nose going to
Yep.
kill him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
He just chest in.
Just like massive kick to his chest. You can hear his kind of chest deflate underneath, and you can hear ribs breaking. He flies back a bit for flavor. His body will go here. And then spinning around to her.
Spin around. I'm gonna put my leg down, jump off of it, give a Superman punch to the face.
Go for it. Roll it. Brawling.
I'm gonna attempt it. Ooh! Miss. Okay.
Okay, she evaded
3.
so hard. I'm going to do again something for flavor. She shifts to the side, and you end up on the couch prone.
Shit. Okay.
She basically, like, as you're, like, rabbit punching at her, she kind of pulls back and, like, catches your arm and, like, drags you onto the couch.
Alright.
Oh.
Can I
This is the
stand
least
up?
awkward boner he's
Yeah.
had.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up.
On the
I'm
couch
just gonna
or
stand
off the
up
couch?
Off
Okay,
the
you're
couch.
on the couch. And that's it, right? You're done?
Yeah.
Love it. I remember being lost in a couch one time. Vix, you
She's
are
good.
up.
She's real good.
Shotgun blast. Guys over there with the big shotgun. It looks like the Valentinos are going to be next on the docket. How would you like to play this out?
Alright.
And she hasn't been hit yet, really.
Mm-mm.
Then I'm gonna go for her.
Okay.
Let's see.
Mono wire, 2 cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
218.
No dodge, no dodge. Okay, the first one will do 1 point of damage. Second one will do 7 points of damage. And these are thermal bladed. So as the blade kind of cuts up and then you kind of bring it back down and strike a little bit deeper, his armor lights on fire, and he's currently engulfed in like burning. So he will. No, sorry, it just burns the armor more. Got it. So -4.
He's on fire.
It just
Yeah.
it melts the armor. So it went from 11 down to it'd actually be more damage. 2 more damage, and that means that their armor is now a 7, which means that the Mono Akasashi cuts through it, no problem. That's fucking teamwork. We love that.
Yee.
Vix, you kind of spiral around Mars and the slashing, and then kind of move to your position. It goes to the gonks. So this guy here, you see him kind of like looking at the situation, kind of, fuck, and then he's going to run past you lot,
Okay.
and he's booking it. He looked
Alright,
like
this is your chance.
he looks like he was a bit more pristinely dressed than you lot, and it looks like than his team, and it just looks like he kind of just drops down, kind of sees the situation, and fucking, he doesn't have anything in his hands or anything crazy like that. He's just going. He's going for it. This door is going to open, and this lady's going to pop out, looking at the 6th Street guy. What the fuck's going on? And like just absolutely confused, doesn't know what's going on, and has her weapon drawn. And then this door is going to open, and this guy is going to step in, also with a kind of confused look on his face. It's like, what the fuck? And he's got his pistol drawn, but he's not taking an action with it. Cool. Rocco, you're underneath. You're pretty sure he's just looking straight at Breeze. Breeze guy walks in and then points a gun at you. What's your response? Just like not like actions or anything. Just like, do you say something to him or like give him a look?
Yes, for me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rocco. I point at him. It's him.
Okay. He moves his gun, points it down. Rocco, you're looking straight up at him with a shotgun arm extended. How would you like to do this?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him the good old right arm treatment.
All right.
I'll fire at him.
Let's see it. Baby cat, you're being bad. Not good.
Is that a crit?
That's
It
a
is.
crit.
But for stealth stuff, I have you roll the skill alone. For combat stuff, you should click the attack on the left side. Sorry. Go ahead and click the attack. We'll use that roll. We'll keep that roll,
Okay.
but we need it for the damage. Okay, cool. That is the carnage, though. It's the same damage. Just we're ignoring the power part and the other shit. Cool. All right.
Didn't I upgrade? This is the weapon that I upgraded. My arm.
You can't have
with my skill, right?
You can't have a. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's the same gun. Cool. You didn't roll a crit on the damage though, so we're going to not be adding any modifiers to the damage. It jams on a roll of a 1. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so 18. He's got 11. It's gonna burn 7 on him, and no, sorry, he's wearing leathers. This is a totally different guy. It's gonna do 14 to him, and he's already seriously injured from the onset.
So because I rolled the skill and critted, it wouldn't be a crit.
You critically succeeded on the attack roll. For critical damage, you have to roll 2 6s on the
Got it,
D6's
okay.
damage. Yep.
Got it. Cool.
So he kind of just massive cacophony of shotgun once again, and he kind of slumps back against the wall like a bright splattering of blood, and you see him kind of still maintaining the pistol hold. Breeze, you're up.
Yep.
You kind of point down, and then
Should I move?
Yeah.
Okay. Since I'm, I'm gonna move into this area here.
Okay. The sounds of gunfire and fighting are much louder now that the doors are all open. And then, Breeze, how would you like to proceed? Shoot
So
him
that's the
or
move.
hack him?
Is he wearing? Does he have a Neuralink?
Yeah, he's got a port.
Yeah, I'll hack that dude.
Okay. And then for options, I don't know if you've got them all there with you, but which of those quick hacks do you want to do?
Yeah, hold on a second. I got him.
I'd say Synapse Burnout is going to do the most damage right off. Let me double check my notes.
What about Puppet though?
Yeah, Puppet could let you kind of utilize him to fight himself. Absolutely. You could just make him kind of finish himself, sure.
I can make him go out there and fight the other guys.
Also true. Based on his movement in here, he's probably not the fastest guy though, so it's a bit of a walk is all I'm saying.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I could just make him off himself then.
for a Puppet, you're going to need to roll an interface roll, which we know you can do. But before you roll it, understand you have a 4 bonus to a D10 roll, and you need to get a 13 or better, which means you need to roll a 9 or a 10 with no luck. So if you want to spend luck, you can.
Well, but I get the +1.
Oh, right, sorry.
So I have a 5.
An 8, 9, or a 10 on the D10. So yeah,
So I'm gonna use 3 luck on it.
cool. All right, click it.
Put me down to 4, right?
Yeah.
And puts my bonus at 4.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Okay, successful. So you have control of him during his next turn, I believe. Let's see. You can make them attack themselves with their gun during their next turn. Cool. So you jack in, take control, and force the quick hack into them, and that's what they'll be doing on their next turn. Do you want to move at all?
Okay. As well.
Yeah, you want to head out into Rocco's town?
Yeah, I'll head into the side room there with him.
Okay.
You have enough movement to close the door.
That's fair. Yeah, you can shut it. It doesn't terminate the hack. The hack is already uploaded, so he's gonna be doing that regardless.
I will indeed shut the door then.
Okay.
What about the other door?
Oh no, this one is too far out for him.
Okay. Would I have been able to? It's too late for me, right?
Well, you had to get up from hiding underneath a desk. So,
fair.
yeah.
Okay.
And he had to get up from
Yep.
sitting in a seat, and also detach himself from the computer.
Yeah. I'm just checking my movements. That's all.
No worries.
Yep. Thank you.
Hatter, you are on your way back. You turn around and look over your shoulder, and you would hear footfall, and you would see a guy rushing after you or heading in your direction. He's a Valentino. He looks like he's wearing pretty, notable colors. Like he might be someone of importance. Maybe like on the same tier as Gonzo. And he saw everybody and is now looking at you. But again, he's panicking and kind of looking over his shoulder too.
I know we're in combat. I was going to ask, is there any way I can talk to this guy?
In all honesty, he is not going to stop to listen to you. There's a bunch of shit happening back there. He's either going to run past you or you're going to stop him.
Let's just stop him.
How would you like to stop him? Grenade launcher?
No, I'd move up to him and just fight him.
Okay, cool. Let's see it.
Slap fight. Got it.
It's not going to be great.
Oh.
That is going to hit, and he is not wearing anything besides leathers. So that'll work.
I was like, if it does damage, I have Sting like a bee, so I'll do another 1d6.
Roll d6 then. Nice. Do you have a second attack?
I do. Another foot. I got both feet. There we go. I'm guessing that hits too.
Yep. And it will do damage, so Sting like a bee again. So that'll be a total of 7. That'll seriously injure him.
Now that I hit him again, since I hit with 2 melee attacks, I get 1 more because I think it's quick strike.
Quick strike, yep. 2 light melee.
Hatter can throw hands, he just doesn't want to. Oh, the last one I shouldn't have talked.
Well, no, it seems like talking was fine because I also rolled a fumble on my evasion roll, so that'll do another 3 points of damage, and then Sting.
And another 6, another 5.
Okay, he is very close to dead. All right. Actually, no. Yeah, you didn't roll any 6s on the initial rolls. Okay, cool.
Just stomped the shit out of him in the hallway.
Yeah, you did.
Talent.
You look like you kind of just. I get the impression that you kind of like Liu Kang bicycle kicked.
Boom, boom.
That's fair.
He ran into your fist. That's all.
No fists, all feet.
I was just standing here with my foot in the air, man. He just kept running into it.
running
I
into my
don't know
foot.
what happened.
Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know why anybody would do that.
Yeah.
The 6th Street Ganger is going to, after shooting the shotgun and then getting redressed by the Valentino, is going to shoulder the Carnage, which is on a sling, and then he's going to pull out a pistol, a very heavy pistol, and shoot it at... Honestly, there's just so many people in the way he can't really get a clear line on anybody besides Vix.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm going to. This guy is different from the guy who did it before, but similar reasons. He's gonna try and shoot you in the head. Evasion roll.
You can get me. You can get me. 22.
That'll work.
Dude is going for brains so much because he doesn't have any.
He pulls the pistol and shoots at you, and he looks over at the girl. These motherfuckers are trying to kill us, in response to her question.
No fucking shit.
And she'll kind of turn and look at you.
So-
Again, she just opened the door and came out here. She didn't know what was going on. He's done. Mars, you're up.
Mars is going to tuck his wakizashi under his left arm, his meat arm.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to he's going to lift up his right arm, and Bert's going to pop out.
Okay. You watch as
He's going to come around the
machine
corner.
gun pops out
Yep.
of his wrist.
Bert, and he's going to lean around the corner, take a line of sight,
Who you shooting at?
maybe right here,
Yeah. Going for him? Okay.
and just 2 shots. The rate of fire is 2, right?
Yeah, if you're firing at single fire, or you can fire at auto fire, which is probably better, and then you're just unloading 10 rounds at him, and it's done in a different method. So there should be an auto fire switch on the attack toggle. If you click that over, so it's red and to the right.
So this one's a little weird because it's only like set on a cyber arm.
Right, hold on. Wild. And it's a heavy SMG, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and put that on you.
Okay. And I've also got the spray and pray perk, which I think can apply.
I believe so, yeah. Really strange. Oh, there it goes. That's so stupid. You have to add it for both cyberware and gear. That's so silly.
Got ya.
So there it is. Pop up heavy SMG, and then spray and pray. I don't know the rules I write. I'm kind of savvy, but I'm checking. So you're firing suppressive. You're not firing normal.
Right.
Okay. So then go ahead and just roll auto fire. The skill.
I'm trying to find. I see 2 pop up.
Just click the attack. It should be Arasaka, Yukimura, combat knife, mono wakizashi, and then pop up heavy SMG. I just added it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
It's okay. I did it in real time.
And just switch it to auto fire.
Yep, and then click it.
And I'm gonna do this once, right?
Yeah. Now, my question to you is because you're suppressing, you don't have to move. You can just suppress and fire that whole back wall, which would be the 2 people who are in front of you, him, and also her. In the far back there.
Okay.
You want to do that? So, instead of moving to try and get an angle, you can just... at all 4 of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So suppressive fire is basically going to be a trick where you're forcing them to take a move action. But because of the way suppressive fire works with spray and pray, you're effectively targeting each one of them with a slightly less potent auto fire.
Right.
Because they get to evade. And,
It's like rapid fire.
Yeah, effectively.
You just hear Mars yell, "Say hello to Bert, motherfuckers!"
This one here is going to take it. This one is going to take it. This guy here is not going to, and he will be utilizing his villain perk. And this one, with the damage that she would be taking, is going to ignore it because it's shooting the TV and cover. This cover is broken, which it no longer applies. And these 2 are taking, respectively, 4 times 3 is 12. And this one's taking 4 times 3, which is also 12. So yeah, as you kind of unload onto the back wall and suppressing fire, they're now going to make concentration rolls to see if they can No, they. I see. I'm stupid. I gotta read my own perk sometimes. These two have to use their movement to go for cover. They cannot stay where they're at during their next turn. He doesn't give a shit, and she has no cover present, so she'll have to move to a different cover. Got it. Now it's time for his villain perk. Because he was targeted, he is going to get a full move. I'm going around her, not through her, to the attacker. That is it. Crown, you are... Oh, sorry, Mars, you still have movement.
Do I also still get my second shot, or is it just like not?
Suppressive fire is an
inclusive?
action that's its own thing. It does its own thing. You're going to dump 10 rounds and get the full spray.
All right, is Mars able to like pop Bert back in, grab his Wakizashi back?
Yeah, the way you explained it sounds great.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Then that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna remain in position. This is exactly where he wants.
Yeah, so like you, and then as you're spraying, that guy kind of becomes this like blur of motion, kind of spins around her, and like the gun's dropping back in, and you're bringing the katana up to meet him. Very dramatic and cool.
Absolutely.
Crown, you are up. You just kicked a dude across the room. This lady did attack you, but I totally forgot to mention it.
Oh, okay.
Which means
Does she hit?
I didn't. It's fine. Just move.
Okay. He's gonna go for. He's gonna move a little bit right there, and then he's gonna go for the gambit.
Okay. She will be hit.
Okay. Both or just one?
She will be hit for the second one as well. So the first one's going to do 5 points of damage, and the second one's going to do 5 points of damage.
Alright, I get a third attack because
you hit twice. Yep.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go
With
for the
light
last
melee
one.
weapon. And that
Yes.
one's going to do 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. She is seriously wounded. Or seriously injured.
Yeah. I already added the extra d6 for hitting her with the light weapon. It's already in the
Yeah, I see it.
attack rolls. That's it.
Well, it actually has to exceed the armor with the first roll, you silly Billy.
No. One of my perks. It gives me an extra d6 with light weapon attack.
Click it.
Sting like a bee. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah. I guess the wording is kind of ambiguous. Let's just leave it as how you're describing it. Keep that in mind for yourself, Chandler, and go ahead and adjust accordingly. Just add a d6 to your light melee weapon damage. It's fine. It's easier that way. Vix, you are up.
Okay, and it added the 1 and 2. Alright, that's time.
219.
Both of those will hit. And you're attacking this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 and 6. Okay. And that's it. His armor is down to a 7.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. We'll go to the gonks. She is going to come out and shoot. He's going to move up, check his friend real quick, and then shoot. Both of them are firing at Crown. She is going to pull back from you towards the door, kind of moving around you, and shoot.
Oh, she also has a critical injury.
How so?
On the Karambit itself, it says, for brutal, when you roll damage with this weapon, you inflict a critical injury when 1 or more. 6. I got
gotcha.
6 on the last one.
Gotcha. Okay, so then roll 2d6.
My bad. I don't mean to bog us down.
No, it's okay. Gets her closer to dead.
6 and 1. 7.
All right. 6 and 1 is 7. 4 an object. So as you kind of stab into her, you actually push a bit of her armor into her. You can feel it like kind of go in, and then you kind of pull back, and you can see that there's like a decent amount of like material that went in with the cut.
Tight.
Whenever
And
she
then you
moves,
can-
which she just did, she resuffers the critical damage again.
Uh-oh.
She then stops. It would have been more than 4 meters. She would have tried to get to the door to clear you. So yeah, that's fair. She's going to shoot at you. They're going to shoot at you. Go ahead and give me total of 3 evasion rolls.
Evasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, or just 3?
3.
Okay. So I failed the last one, for sure.
2 of them are going to hit. I rolled a 7 damage for the auto fire on the first one that hit. So that would be...
That doesn't break my armor.
No, it's going to double because I beat your evasion roll by 2. So it's going to be a total of 14.
Okay.
Does that pierce?
Yeah, by 2.
And then for the second one, I fully cleared your evasion, which means I'm going to get the full 4 times modifier. And this one is going to be a total of 8 times 4, so 36.
First one I took 14, so it's only 2. It's 2.
And your armor will ablate by 1.
Yeah, and then the second one hit again. That ablated more.
The second one's going to do the last attack is going to do 36. It'll ablate your armor down by 1 from 12 to 11. But before that, 12 minus 36 is 24. You take 24 damage to you.
24. 8 times 4 is 32, right?
Huh?
8 times 4 is 32, right?
32. I'm bad at math. I'm the worst at math. Go ahead and take 4 less than what I said.
20. So 20.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Who lets me do math? I thank you for calling me out on my bullshit. And that is it for them. Those 2. Then these ones are shooting at Mars. Mars, go ahead and give me 2 evasion rolls. They are pulling pistols and trying to shoot you. Point blank.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll work. Both of those will miss. And this guy here with you, Hatter, is just going to try and rush past you. He will turn and pull his pistol and shoot at you, though. I don't think you can make an evasion roll. And I don't think you have to.
Reflex is 8.
You have reflex is 8?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
Happy feet.
It's fine. It's totally chill, because I rolled an 11. I was hoping you'd roll bad. That's why I gave you the option. But yeah, he kind of, like, bleeding from his, like, kicks to the chest, turns back and shoots at you once. It kind of hits and then bounces into the garbage bags behind you.
We could have been friends.
Rocco, the fight sounds like it's going on in earnest outside. Do you wish to engage?
First of all, do I see the asset in this room, or did I see it in the other room?
You do not see the asset.
Okay.
And
this looks like a living quarters.
Yeah, it does.
My gut says it was in that room the girl came out of.
What was that?
I said, my gut tells me it was in the room that girl came out of.
Nah, yeah, it's probably in the big room, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, I started blasting. I'm gonna go and I'll attack her there.
Yeah, and I believe you fired twice with the budget armed carnage. It should have 2 more rounds, so this will be the penultimate round.
Yeah, correct.
I really like that word today.
Penultimate.
Just like this is the penultimate episode.
All right, let me roll.
Yeah.
Roll with attack this time instead.
And she is less than 6 meters from you, so 13 is a DV, 15 will hit, 21 damage. Yeah, you pop up behind her, and you see that she's wearing leathers, just like the guy who just killed himself in the other room. You come up behind this one and shoot, and she's just a bag of blood that flies to the side. The person next to her is like, "Holy shit!" and kind of turns and focuses on you. Do you want to dip for cover?
Yeah, and I'm gonna close the door.
Okay. Breeze, you are up, but the door's been closed.
Yeah.
Rude. Do you want to Do you want to go up and open the door? Can't close it again.
No.
It's open or closed. You're just gonna chill, right?
Yeah.
You would realize that
There's no ready to actions in this, right?
There are, but you would realize the connection that you had with the guy in the other room, it terminated, which tells you that, mission accomplished. He did what he needed to do. He ended it all, so he doesn't have to live in Night City anymore.
Yeah, I'll just chill.
Farewell, cruel world.
Do you think you could jack the next person that comes through?
Doesn't work.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
I'll wait.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You can't ready to get 3 net actions.
Okay. Got it.
Well, I can ready to shoot somebody if they come in, right?
100%. Pistol out.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that. Well, what is this? Arasaka
Yukimura. Yeah, a beautiful looking SMG of a pistol. Yep. Glorious gun.
Yeah. Bust that
I
back
can
up.
make that better. We should talk after.
Hatter. You chase this guy down and give him the old crane kick.
Yeah, I just step over, and just if
No.
you've ever played,
Don't say
Oh,
you're gonna bison stomp him.
I was gonna say if you've ever played Borderlands, just
Oh.
hear Handsome Jack, you stupid! Why'd you make me do this?
I thought you were gonna jump up and just stomp him with both claws.
No,
Me.
I'm gonna trip him and stomp on his head until he stops moving.
Yeah, the first one's gonna clear, I think, but the second one will definitely continue to finish the pain. Yeah, you murder him with your feet.
Yeah. Does it look like he has any cool cyber parts? I might need to take him with me, or no?
No, when you're smashing his head, the eyepiece that he has attached to it kind of pops off, which lets you know that it's like a smart glasses, but you don't know what it is. You've never seen it. It doesn't look like there's a lot in the way of chrome that's kind of worthwhile as you're kind of smashing into him. He's got skin weave, but
He gets to rot in the part. He gets to rot in the hallway. Then
yeah. Dead guy is dead.
Dude
And
lost a fight with an emu.
yeah,
That
that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
Shotgun guy, who is still under the effects of his Sandevistan, but his Sandevistan is better than yours, is going to see the situation for what it is, a clusterfuck, and he is going to dart for the door. And by the door, I mean the window. He will break it and jump out onto the balcony. And once he is out on the balcony, you see him turn about. His hand is holding something. He quickly moves it and throws it in. I need Vix. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crown, Vix, and Mars to all make evasion rolls.
Can Mars kick it?
Unless you have a perk.
Oh, okay.
You have to have readied an action to be able to take an action. I will draw the grid. Okay, you need to be outside of that box. It does not matter where you go, but you all evaded, so you need to be outside of that box. Okay. Because of angling, you do see him kind of descend, kind of disappears from sight.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Mars.
Look at Mars and Vix making friends.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah, of course. So, I see. Hold on, I'm trying to ping them.
Her, yeah. And then that guy. Sure, these are the last 2 that are alive. You've done very well for yourselves.
What about this
Hell
one?
yes.
Do you want to kill, and which one do you want to fight first?
Let's see. What are they equipped?
Oh, I'll be honest, I just realized the time. And they are the garbage gonks. They are the garbage of the gonks. I do not know how they survived this long. Are you okay with me going into a narrative beat? Just speed process?
Yeah, for sure.
Fine
Okay.
with it, but can we just say
Vix.
Crown Spartan kicks this one into the wall?
Oh, I didn't even remember she existed.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. Vix, you rush for the girl on the left. Mars, you rush for the guy on the right. Katana slash. Monowit whap whap split in half, and then just rush forward, just kick her into the door frame as you shove like whatever you'd pushed in there with the karambit deeper, and she just breaks in half like on the side rail of it. Rocco and Breeze, as you two kind of pop open the door to check what's going on outside, you realize that the room's been completely cleared by the solos. And Hatter, as you kind of kill that guy and you're just kind of scanning over him, you realize he has no chrome worth noting. You then get the all clear from your team. However, I'm going to ask the solos and the nomad, is there anything you want to do before the room is cleared? Anything you want to check or try to do before that?
I want to take this guy's gun with the
Okay,
grenade launcher.
got it.
on
That's what you're doing. Vix, what are you doing?
Yep.
I'm probably gonna take this guy's guns because they're gold plated.
Okay. 2 Militech Lexingtons. You should be able, or I'll drag and drop them here a bit. And then Mars, is there anything that you want to follow up in the last moments, like anything that you didn't feel was resolved?
This guy, what was he equipped?
Which one? Her? Oh, when she came out, she had Constitutional Arms Unity, which is a kind of older style pistol. Very good frame. Crown, who wields a Constitutional Arms Liberty, which is the same gun, just longer barrel, higher caliber. Unity's kind
Yeah,
of
Mars will
smaller.
take that.
Okay. I'll drag and drop that accordingly. So since nobody kind of messed with the 6th Street Ganger, he will escape. And with that being said, you get in and check the box. The box is behind the TV. It now currently has a bunch of bullet shots on it from Bert, but it doesn't look like they pierced or damaged it. You are able to secure the box, but as you start to do the scavenging bit, you would hear, and again, if you want to fuck with Valentino bodies, it's up to you, but you would hear from the Hollow, from Shards, APB out on Mega Building H5. It looks like someone nearby was able to hear gunfire and called out an all points bulletin. I suggest moving as quick as you can. Grab what you like, but hurry up. So grabbing a pistol, grabbing a thing off the ground, searching for anything is going to be a little bit more difficult. There are boxes of munitions, probably harder to carry, but clearing the space and kind of getting out is the more important thing. Do you wish to leave out the same way that the 6th Street Ganger left, return to the elevator and descend down, or go to the roof and steal their trash AV?
Oh.
I mean, an AV sounds nice, honestly, and we've got what, like a nomad on the team.
When I say
Can
trash,
anyone fly?
sorry, when I say trash AV, I do not mean an AV that is trash. I mean an AV that is designed to pick up trash and move it. And nobody needs to fly. You don't drive these. You hack them
Yeah.
with a netrunner and then...
Oh, sweet. That's the
I'm gonna
best
pass.
option.
Okay,
I would absolutely love a trash truck.
Yeah.
fair enough. So yeah, it's basically just 4 Aerodyne engines connected to a mount that picks up the trawler, picks up whatever it's taking, right? And when you get up there, Breeze, if you want to go ahead and make an interface roll for me. Go ahead, Rocco. Sorry, go ahead.
Rocco would turn on the heat in the kitchen, full blast, so that it is boiling to shit, whatever the fuck that stuff is,
Okay.
and potentially causing a fire to burn out the
If you want to
computer too.
guarantee a fire, make a basic tech roll.
You got it.
We're burning down a building.
No, you're not
No,
burning down a
just the
mega building.
room.
That is impossible.
No, that's not how
We're
that
burning
works.
down a room.
They build that shit to suffer like hell itself.
Okay.
Basic
I was
tech,
like,
right?
Jesus.
I saw your roll for
Do you
interface.
want to burn a room?
Breeze. So after kind of setting the fire and popping out, Rocco, You kind of look. There is like a small enough like munitions box, like a Militech case that you can grab if you want to steal it. And then Breeze, as you're kind of leaving the computer desk, there are some quick hacks and kind of programs on the table that you can kind of just scoop into your bag and take with you,
Sure.
which will basically equate to us loading out your cyber deck for permanence once we get you out of the trainer wheels there. Good show for everybody. You get back up to the top, interface quick, boom, I'm in control. And Breeze, you are able to fly, quote unquote fly, or rather tell the AV to go to any location that you want it to go in Night City, which would probably be Hatter's base of operations.
Straight to the cop shop. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Go back.
It's probably not wise to go to your car and then try and leave that way. It's probably easier to just fly off. You would note that there are police lights on ground level, and it seems that they are going to be accessing via elevator. Once you arrive back home, Hatter, you would pay everybody out, and you would also get notice from Shards that she is out and she is okay. All right, thanks for watching those that did. And as mentioned, that is the penultimate episode of Series 2. The last episode will be taking place on the 21st, so keep an eye out for that. Same bat time, same bat channel. And then we'll begin Series 3 in earnest. Probably closer to, it'll probably be like 1 or 2 sessions in July. But I think the majority of Series 3 is going to take place after Gen Con. And we might have some new goodies. There's rumors abound that they might be dropping the Cyberpunk 2077 or Edge Runner's full core rulebook at that point. So we'll see.
I'm excited, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for
That's
watching.
fine.
Bye, people watching. Ciao.